Tonight, the Del Morgado Show is dedicated to my greatest inspiration, my father, Mr. Eusebio Morgado. We miss you and think of you every day.
The following program will contain adult language and mature subject matter and does not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of Reality Radio 101, its advertisers and sponsors, or its listening audience. Listener discretion is strongly advised. Welcome to the Del Morgado Show right here on Reality Radio 101. To contact Del live right now, dial 905-725-1907. Toll free in North America, 1-866-905-7325. Worldwide, 1-866-656-5477. Email Del Reality Radio 101 at yahoo.com. And now, your host of the Del Morgado Show, Mr. Del Morgado.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Del, and you're listening to the Del Morgado Show right here on Reality Radio 101. And the man behind the curtain, Mr. Gary LeBar, the great and powerful.
And you know it's not a curtain, right?
Well, dude, come on. In the movie, there was a curtain, so I might as well play up on the curtain fact. It's a big plate glass that's covering you. Is that what it is?
But he's got something you don't have.
Hey, I haven't heard that in a while, brother.
Yeah.
What's going on, Gary?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
You look good tonight.
Thank you. Do
Good
I look
for you.
Do I look vibrant like I looked last week?
You look very vibrant.
Awesome.
You look happy.
I do.
Yeah.
I
You
do.
didn't get a haircut, did you?
No, I did not.
Yeah.
I'm very happy, actually, because I have some special guests with me tonight.
You do.
That's right. But before we jump into the guests, because I know they're already probably shitting their pants waiting to be introduced.
We already have a mop available, waiting.
Nice.
Yep,
Nice.
for the pee.
I just wanted to mention quickly, because last week we were talking about Joan Rivers. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually forgot to mention last week that we were in the middle of a gig. I was doing Austin Powers, and I had a Joan impersonator with us.
Guy or girl?
It was a guy.
Yeah, figured.
Right? Yeah. And then all of a sudden, we had no idea that Joan Rivers was actually at that hotel.
In Toronto?
In Toronto.
Really?
We turn around. Can we talk? And then we turn around, and the Joan Rivers...
Well, did she have a walker and
to-
a wheelchair? Or?
No, she was
only kidding.
perfect condition.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. You boys are really great. What you do, I just love what you do. It's great.
Can we talk?
Can we talk? Help me. I broke my hip.
That's right. Well, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you all to a very, very special show. And I have a very special guest here tonight. For those of you that had heard my 7th show, lucky number 7, I had 4 insane, crazy people here in the studio. I called it a takeover of sorts. The Morgado takeover, as I like to call it.
The Morgado clan.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, one of them wasn't a Morgado. Obviously,
Yeah.
Saint Cyr. But she could be a Morgado at one point. Correct,
Yeah.
correct. He's not saying anything, and I
Yeah.
appreciate that. I would like to welcome back, first of all, Mr. Jason Morgado. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jason Morgado.
Good evening, everybody out there.
And, of course, I'd like to welcome back Mr. Tony Morgado.
Hello, Radio 101 fans.
That's right. Welcome back, guys. How you guys doing tonight?
You know, good as can be.
Good as
Well,
can
we'll
be.
see by the end of the night.
Woo!
After
Well,
this somber night.
for those of you that heard the intro there, I'm doing a show completely dedicated to my father tonight, and I brought a very, very special guest with me tonight. I'd like to introduce the new addition to the show, as I like to call it. I've known this lady since she was born.
And she is cute, man.
Hey, man, easy.
No.
That's my sister, dude.
I know, man.
It's been my honor to see her become the lady that she is. She was in some of my earlier films, and the star of all three.
That doesn't sound good, man.
No, not those types. Come
All
on,
right.
man. I did that. That was other films.
All right.
She was also the star of my Friday the 13th films, all my Friday the 13th films. She kicked Jason's ass in every single one until the third one when Jason finally got a piece of her and killed her. So she was also in action, and she is my sister. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for everyone's sister, my sister, Diana Morgado.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing tonight?
You know, everyone's clapping so loud they can't even hear you.
Hello.
There we go. So everybody calls you everyone's sister. Can you explain about that there, Diane?
Well, it actually started when we used to do comic conventions.
That's right.
And it was your friends,
That's right.
mostly Kim and Rob.
Kim and Rob.
And
I love
they would
those
be the
two.
ones to be like, oh my God, we love you. You're like everyone's sister.
Yep.
And I was like, yeah, you know, I got to do my thing.
That's right. That's right. Well, welcome to the show, Diane.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you being here.
No
finally.
problem.
She only heard my first show, actually, Gary.
Oh,
like,
God.
what was it, 2 weeks ago?
That was the
My
first
first
time?
time.
Why?
No, I've been
know.
So busy. I work a lot.
That
Unbelievable.
doesn't matter.
I got to make
Yeah.
a living.
Yeah,
Family support.
that-
Family
There's the
support.
love.
I actually, I asked my brother to be here tonight, and he wasn't able to make it, and he apologized for it. But he did make up for the fact later. So you'll be hearing a sound clip from my brother.
I
because
hope he's listening.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
That would be
Oh, that's a
nice
for sure. Come on.
That's. I hope
Nelson
it's a for
lives on the
sure.
computer.
For sure.
For sure.
Tonight
it.
the show is going to be. We're going to be talking about a lot of good times with my father. We brought cognac tonight, which you have a glass in there in the studio
Yeah, I
as
can't
well.
wait.
And we're going to do a cheers to my dad because he used to love drinking moonshine. You guys
And
remember
homemade
that?
moonshine.
Homemade
Oh,
moonshine.
right?
yes.
XXX.
He used to drink quite a bit.
Agua Arvent.
How did he make it? Did he have a still in his house, or what? How did he? What did he do?
He had the those big giant vats. He had
Yeah,
the grape
yeah,
crushing
yeah.
machines.
Oh,
he,
really?
he actually put a motor. I don't know if Diana remembers this or not.
That's true.
He actually made a motor to
Yeah.
make it crush, so he wouldn't have to do it physically with his own.
Is that right?
Yeah, very very inventive. man.
Sharpest tool in the shed, I tell you.
Oh, absolutely.
that's
My
cool,
dad
man.
was a very, very intelligent man. And in honor of my dad, I'd like to raise your glasses,
Wait.
everybody. There will be a moment of silence because we're all going to be drinking. So
Yeah.
we're going to take a sip out of this lovely cognac. So cheers.
Cheers.
You can't hear that on
Yeah,
the
you
mic.
can.
So,
Cheers.
can
Just
you?
did- I just did.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, do it again.
Awesome. Let's do it again.
Don't break it.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
Awesome.
And you know what? And this is class. I just want to say that
Yes.
because normally when we do this, I have plastic glasses.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, Gary, cheers to you too.
Cheers to
bud.
you guys.
Thank you very much. So,
Cheers.
ladies and gentlemen, a moment of silence. Ah, that was very nice.
That wasn't a moment of silence.
That was not a moment of silence. We were drinking at that point.
What show are we doing?
Woo! The Del Morgado
Oh
show.
my
Wow.
God!
yeah.
My body temperature
Right
just
away,
went up like
just kinda,
20
yeah.
degrees.
Well, my dad used to. They used to do a lot of work outside and whatnot,
Holy.
and he used to. He used to always joke around with us and say that this was going to warm us up. You remember that?
Oh,
yeah.
When we were younger.
That's true.
I was
You're
like
Right
10 years
telling
old.
the truth.
10 years old, and my dad gave me a shot of cachaça. That's how you say it in Portuguese.
yeah.
And he'd be like, "Oh, don't worry, son. This will warm you up.
Yeah,
This will warm you
Portuguese
up."
heater.
This will make you feel better. Take your jacket off.
Or
And
if
it-
you're
it
sick,
has.
you would do that too.
Yes, I remember when I was in the States, I got a really bad case of, I don't know what it was. My dad comes into the van because I was in the van. I was all sick and whatnot.
Yeah.
He comes in. He brings this concoction with him. I had no idea what was going on. It looked like ginger ale,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
obviously he had put something else in there.
Nice.
He goes, "Hey, babies, drink this. Drink this." in
Toma,
English.
toma.
Toma. And I'm like, "What is this?" He goes, "Just drink it. Drink it. Don't question. Just drink."
Make you feel good.
So, so I drank it. Whoo! I felt a lot better.
Sharp. You got sharp right away, didn't
Sharp, brother. I was like right on the game.
Once
bro.
again, Portuguese medicine.
Portuguese
Oh, yeah.
medicine.
That's
And
beautiful.
apparently I
Oh,
found out that he
yeah.
had put vodka with a little bit of ginger ale.
Little
And
bit.
it made me feel real good.
Nice.
Like a sanitizer.
You changed
That's
the
right.
color.
Sanitizer
That's
for
it.
the
That's
stomach.
right. That's
Yeah,
right.
it
And I got a
changed the
lot
color.
better afterwards. Well, tonight is August the 13th. Tomorrow will be my father's birthday. If he was still alive, he would be turning 69 this year. No jokes. Okay, guys?
No,
jokes.
that's wonderful.
Very respectful year.
So I decided to dedicate my entire show tonight to my dad.
And he's listening.
Yes. He's definitely
He's proud of you. He's proud of
thank
your
you, Gary.
your siblings.
I appreciate that. I know he would be proud of my sister for sure for what she's accomplished. She's grown up into one hell of a woman. I tell you, she has taken the bull by the horn. And she's run with it.
Oh, yeah. I have, yes, sir.
Because when my dad passed away, it was very difficult on all of us, obviously.
Of course.
And it was very difficult.
Were more established, and she was still
exactly. She was
going
still
through the process
of growing up.
I was 19.
Exactly. 19 years old.
Well, 19 was when I found out my dad had cancer.
Yes, and I think I told you about that, Gary, last week off
the
air.
That's young.
What happened was we have to tell that story because we were in the hospital.
My 19th birthday.
19th birthday, no doubt. And the doctor very coldly said that my dad was going to die in like 2 months.
It's true.
Right in front of my
That's how they come out and tell you.
Yeah, they're heartless.
He didn't say, look, your dad's got a fatal disease.
Nothing.
It doesn't look good.
Nothing.
Nope.
He flat out came and said that shit. And I was just like, are you kidding me? Like this is not very professional.
Our healthcare system.
Exactly. I was beyond upset. And then my sister, I remember. I mean, hopefully you'll keep your shit together tonight.
Oh, I'll
I mean,
try.
I was a little difficult to say that little thing at the beginning there. It's going to be a difficult show for sure. But I was taken back. I was so upset at the doctor.
When he said that, if you don't mind me asking.
Of course,
any kind of news like that is a shock. It hits you in the gut. You can't believe what you're hearing.
I couldn't breathe.
Did you come right back and say, what are you talking about? What do you mean? Talk to me more. I mean, you just don't come out and tell somebody that and then walk away.
Believe it or not, when my sister, because she walked away crying, my godfather was there.
Yeah,
you remember he was there
remember.
as well. And I actually went to the doctor afterwards and said, you could have waited for my sister not to be in the room when you said that. I think that was a very
well,
cool
maybe that's I can understand you being protective of that, but your sister, 19, she's not a little girl.
No,
and she wants to know the truth of what's going on,
that's
right?
True.
I mean,
that's true. Well, my dad actually went. He was a fighter, and he lasted a lot longer than they anticipated.
And what was the cancer originally?
Do you know?
Lung cancer.
Well, it was lung cancer. It started in the lungs, and then they had caught the first one because he had 2 of them.
And they got rid of it.
They got rid of it completely, but they didn't catch the second one. There was a second one that was in the lungs, and that's the one that went to his brain.
No, they actually got rid of the first one.
Yeah.
They did radiation
Talk a little
treatments.
closer to the mic.
Okay, they did radiation treatments.
Yeah.
And they got rid of the first one.
Yes.
But then after, I think it was 2 months.
Yeah, it was a while after. Yeah.
He started getting more pains in his head and stuff like that, and then that's when it spread from the lungs.
Yeah.
And it started spreading really rapidly. It was called malignant cancer.
Yeah, that was the type.
It's malignant. It metastasizes, which means it goes. Do they know how was he a smoker? Did he work with chemicals? I mean, what happened?
I swear it was his good nature that got him
to
end up passing away because of all the renovations that he did.
Yeah, he did work a lot with asbestos.
Back in the day, the houses were horrible.
Yeah. He did do a lot of work for a lot of people. He helped out a lot of people.
Well, asbestos would be the one, and lead paint and things. But
he used to smoke when he was really young.
Yeah.
Like when he was in the army, he used to smoke.
There's no way you can contribute smoking.
No. Not after that many years.
It's his good nature helping people that ended up.
I agree.
Because nobody wears the masks in a home.
Especially Dad.
My dad.
No
would wear
helmets. He used to drive a little scooter. He'd be like, "No, I'm not wearing a helmet. That'll mess up my hair."
Local helmet
hair.
He had to.
Wow, that's
actually
great.
I got to mention real quick. Thank you for bringing that up, Diane. My dad was known for certain traits. Everybody knows my dad for certain traits. His hair.
Yeah.
He had like wavy hair. I don't know. I sent you the picture.
You did.
Yeah, he has the wavy hair because he was always known for his mustache.
Buddy,
and he was always
not even Magnum PI
That's
had
right.
a stash.
Nobody had anything on my dad.
Burt Reynolds.
The Burt Reynolds.
Nice.
And he was also known for his smile.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
He was
my
a
dad
handsome
for his
guy, man.
he was a very good-looking guy.
That's a good
Actually,
word
I'll never forget when we went to Portugal, and there was a lady on camera hitting on my dad. My mom was right there,
and she didn't know that your dad was married.
So she's hitting on him flat out right in front of the. And I was just laughing my head off. I was
my
like,
uncle had the slick curls.
Oh, buddy, it was
he had the hair
man.
going.
I'm telling you, he was kicking it.
Now, for your cousins,
Yes.
what relation your dad to their mom and dad?
The father. So my uncle Tony is their first. Their
so your dad was
and his dad were
and my
brothers.
dad were
Brothers.
It was a big family.
Yeah.
A big
very
family.
close because they were the younger.
What was it? 11?
You know what I mean?
I don't
10?
think it was that many.
No, it was 10.
Yeah,
well, let's go through the
it was
list.
10.
Who was the oldest one? It was Tia Maria, wasn't it?
No,
No.
Timanuel.
Timanuel was the
Wow.
Timanuel.
Timanuel.
Sorry, we got to talk Portuguese here just to get this stuff
Go ahead.
sorted out.
Well,
I think
Tia
it was
Maria.
13.
And then it was Tia Maria.
Tia Maria.
Emmanuel.
Yeah, Diane, translate.
Uncle Emmanuel.
Yeah, then Tia Maria.
Tia Maria.
Then
Aunt
Tijdi.
Maria.
Tijdi, yeah.
Okay.
Aunt Judy.
Holy
perfect.
God.
Yeah, man.
She's good.
Remember, no
Welcome.
TV.
Then there was...
Welcome to Rosetta
Okay.
Stone.
My
no
dad.
TV, man.
Then
now
there was
this is
Eusebio
where-
Morgado, which I didn't even
Yeah.
mention his name yet. Oh my God,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Eusebio.
Yeah.
Eusebio Morgado.
Mr.
yeah.
Eusebio Morgado.
Mr. Eusebio Morgado.
His middle
I'm
name
sorry.
Ferreira.
Ferreira. That's
Then
right.
there was good old Uncle John.
Uncle John.
Tia
Well, was he
João.
older than my dad?
I
don't
think,
forget Tijer Mias.
Yeah, Tia Jeremias as
yeah,
well.
Tija Mias was there.
Wow.
Oh, man, they're
yeah,
so,
there's
like-
a big family,
It's
man.
like
We're
third
getting
grade family.
we're getting
And then
emails.
Tia-
I think
Tia
it's like
Anton.
13.
Yeah, we're getting emails?
Yeah, that
I
say,
think
you know what,
6 or
we
7.
Hold on.
we think this is a wonderful, wonderful show, but on this show, could you please give Portuguese lessons?
That's why we
That's
have
what
my
I'm
sister
here for. I'm translating.
Okay.
My sister's
English
translating
translator.
everything.
I'll be the translator for the
Yeah,
night.
we're
Thank you very much.
well, obviously
Tastul.
we're Portuguese.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You crazy?
Yeah, crazy. Tastul. Actually, I should give a little bit of background on my father. He was born on August 14th, 1944. He was born in São Miguel, Açores. Pad Salt, which I think
No,
is
povação.
Puvação. I don't know. Mom
Puvação.
told me it was Pad Salt.
You just didn't
Yes.
clean your ears out.
It's ped salt and povação.
Oh, and Puvação. Oh, okay. He started dating my mother at the age of 15. He went to the army at the age of 19. Married my mom when he was at the age of 24. And the funny thing is my mom was trying to tell me all this. I actually had an interview with my mom.
Right.
And it was so weird because she couldn't remember any of the dates, so I had to actually factor it out in my head.
Did you record this interview with your mom?
Oh my! You know what?
That
It's
would
funny
have
that
been
you're mentioning.
priceless.
It's funny that you're mentioning that because I tried to record something with her yesterday.
Mhm.
She got very emotional, so
Well, okay.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
It's just it was one of those things where it's almost like just talking about my dad. Got her a little
Actually,
more.
speaking
Yes.
of, you know how Dad went to the army?
Yes.
Before he went to the army, he said
Okay.
to Mom,
Yeah.
he's like, when I come back from the army, you're going to be my wife.
Oh, see, I didn't know this.
You didn't
Yeah.
know that.
My mom didn't throw that.
That's
at me.
why-
She
But
didn't say
she
anything
told
like-
me,
That's
yeah.
why your sister is,
My sister's
is
here for
much
that, yeah.
smarter than you.
No, my mom just tells me everything.
She'll be hosting the Diana Morgado
Yeah.
show in no
Yeah.
time.
Pretty soon, you never know.
You know what?
That's
I give you 3 more weeks, and
Oh!
she takes over your show. It's all
Thanks,
over with.
Thanks,
No, I
Gary.
wouldn't do
I
that.
appreciate
Hey, you
that.
got to talk about some confidence, though. Eh? After
Oh, yeah.
I'm come back from the tropa, you're mine.
I'm gonna marry you.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
marry you.
And you guys all speak Portuguese
Yes.
fluently?
Yes,
Very much
we
so,
do,
yes.
yeah.
That's beautiful.
We
I
speak
will-
Portu-Canadian.
I would say
Portuguese.
Oh,
that's right.
It's
pork
beautiful.
in English. Pork in English.
Pork and English. Well, you
None of
remember
us
my
were born in
characters, pork and
Portugal,
chop,
so-
eh, Gary?
Right.
We only learned
Oh,
what our
yeah.
parents taught us and a
Yeah.
little bit of schooling that
That's
we
right.
had
Yeah.
when we were
Yeah,
kids.
what we heard.
And
yeah,
no
collected,
swearing.
We
you
do
know.
the
No
best we
swearing.
can.
Well, we're not swearing tonight.
Yes,
We're not
we're
swearing
not.
tonight.
No
yeah.
F-bombs.
Yeah, no F-bombs at all. Well, there's other ways to say the F-bomb.
No
without-
porqueria.
Freaking.
Na vale a
Yeah,
pena
frickin'
cagar.
Hey,
and,
no porqueria.
Fudge cakes
No
and all that
crap.
other stuff. My dad was a farmer for most of his life. After he was married, he lived with the in-laws for a little while. Diane, would you care to mention what a mother-in-law is in Portuguese?
Uma sogra.
There you go. What is a father-in-law?
Sogro.
Funny thing is she's not even looking at the notes. She knows all this.
Oh, yeah.
What's a sister-in-law?
Oh, crap. Hold
Closer to the mic. Closer.
on.
Cunhada.
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 Cunhada,
There
yes.
you go. I just said it. And brother-in-law is obviously
Cunhado.
Cunhado. Okay. Because I didn't know any of those. Actually, I did. But, you keep hearing them. You don't know what they mean.
Yeah.
They had a daughter named Fatima.
Fatima.
Fatima, potato. She was born on May 7th, 1969. She died an hour later. And that was very, very difficult for my mom, as she was telling
Yeah,
me.
she tells me every time I see her.
Yeah, well.
I see her once a week. She tells me every time.
That's what, you have a phone call. I
Oh.
believe Rui is on.
Rui.
Rui
What's
is
his
on the
last
line.
name? Did he say
I don't
his
know.
last name?
Rui, you there?
Yes.
Oh my
Go ahead,
God,
you're
Rui,
live on
how
the
you
air. Go
doing,
ahead.
dude.
Hello. Thank you for the call.
Yeah.
For joining my
Oh, it's
convenience.
Carvalho.
Yeah, it's
Leave a
Carvalho.
message.
Rui, dude, I'm so. Oh wow, we're getting some heavy feedback here.
Hey, you remember that message on his answering machine, right?
Absolutely, Rui. Oh my God, thank you so much for calling.
No, I had to call because your dad was like a special man in my life, even though.
Yes.
Well, we're not related. I came over to your house many times. He
Oh,
was
many,
very
many,
friendly,
many times.
Very,
Yeah, I treat
Yeah.
everybody like
we were,
family.
you were always over, dude.
yeah.
If you-
I still remember the day your sister was born.
yes.
Oh, God.
That's
and
right.
being that little playpen in the family room or whatever.
Or the little prison cell.
The blue one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Rui, I appreciate you calling in, man. Have you got a story, or was there anything?
I would just remember that answering machine, that whole answering machine.
Oh.
Every time I called,
Give it to us. Give it to us.
It was so funny. I don't know if you still have a copy of that.
No, I don't. Give it to us, Rui, by all means. I forgot it. It's so long ago. I can't believe you remember that. That's amazing. Go for it, dude.
What, you want me to repeat?
Yeah, say it. Say it.
Hello, thank you for the call. For yours and my convenience, please leave a message.
That's my dad. That's amazing. Dude, I can't believe you remember that. I completely forgot about that.
Of all the times I called your house.
I know. We used to hang out all the time. My dad, he was always awesome, though. I remember you came out with us a bunch of times. We did a whole bunch of things
all
together.
the family members, he actually tried to speak English.
Yes.
He actually put an effort in.
Yes,
He's been here a
right.
long
That's
time.
right.
Oh, and the other stories that I clearly remember, because your dad worked at the chocolate factory,
Yes.
always offering free chocolate bars.
Oh,
every
yeah.
time I came
Yeah.
over.
Well, you remember I used to bring the free chocolates, too, for my parties.
Yeah.
It'd be a chocolate party. Everybody come over just to get free chocolates. He
That's
worked
a
at
good
Cadbury,
party, man.
actually. I was
That's
going to
a good-
mention that. Thank you,
Ultimate
Rick.
product placement.
But,
Nielsen's.
what's going on there, bro? How you doing?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah, like your sister says, I haven't listened to many shows because I'm busy, work all the time, but I was at home and I saw that you were going to talk about your dad, and I said, this is a perfect opportunity to call
Wow. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that very, very
Yes,
much.
Rui.
Rui's the best. Actually, I really enjoyed it when you showed up at the fireworks display that my
Yes.
brother did
him. Yeah.
this year. And you know that my brother did that because in honor of my dad.
Yes, and I was telling a lot of the people there.
Yeah, because
About
my
the
dad
whole
used to
story.
love doing the fireworks, and my brother, in my dad's honor, made a huge fireworks display. You guys
The
were there
whole
too.
neighborhood.
Yeah, the whole
The
neighborhood came
whole
around to see
neighborhood.
that.
Block party.
And Rui, it was just like, I'm telling you, man, like, because we grew up together and we were like such good friends, you were part of the family.
Yes.
You know, in a weird sort of way, you were. You know, Carvalho, but who cares? It's Morgado as far as I'm concerned. Well, brother, I really appreciate the call. I
Not
really
a
do.
problem.
Man. Thank you so much, man.
Okay,
I'll talk to you soon, bro.
talk to you soon.
We'll get together. We'll get together and have a cerveja.
A beer.
A beer, yes.
A
Thank
beer
you,
is a
Diana, for
cerveja.
That is
translating.
quick translation.
Yeah,
She's
I
there.
have to
She's
be.
ready.
Yes. Thanks again, bro. I
Okay,
appreciate
no
it.
problem. Bye.
Have
Bye,
a good night,
Rui.
buddy.
Bye.
Wow. That's amazing. Wow, the
Wow.
feedback was unbelievable, Gary.
I didn't even hear that.
No?
So it was in
I
your
heard that.
can.
Your
Yeah.
ears.
Is it gone now though?
It's
Obviously
gone. Yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah,
gone.
the bleeding has stopped.
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah. Was it? I'm sorry. And being my age, honestly, you lose your high end.
Really?
Yeah. You start to lose your high end hearing.
Yeah,
Which
So
I
if someone were to
Standing in
blow a
front of a
dog
speaker
whistle, you
doesn't
couldn't hear
help.
it.
No, but it's funny because I'm 55 and the
Right.
thing is you start to lose that, and I've noticed that over the last couple of years the higher end
Right.
is gone. That's why when I perform professionally,
Yeah.
the higher end is always brought up on my monitors, my
Yeah.
in-ear monitors and stuff. I always
Right,
bring
right.
up the high end higher.
Speaking of, hold on, I
Yeah.
have to interrupt. Speaking of performing,
Yeah.
you did a great job this past Friday.
Thank you.
I have to say.
Thank you.
If you guys have never heard Gary perform before, it was awesome.
They hear me perform on the air.
We're gonna get.
And by the way, I just want all of you to know I have a buzz on
Nice.
right now because
What
of
else
that,
is new on the
that
Del Morgado
beautiful,
show?
beautiful liquor.
Hey, buddy,
Sounds
do
like
me a
cognac.
favor, man.
Sure.
Don't yak on the yak, buddy.
What's the yak yak? I don't know what that is.
Don't
Puke it,
yak
don't puke.
on the
Oh,
yak.
oh,
Diana,
puke?
translate,
No, I won't
please.
do that. Thank
Puking
you.
on the mic.
I won't puke, Jay.
On the mic.
Let me ask you. Let
Well
me
done.
just
Bloody
take
good
1
show.
second
Sure,
here.
no problem. Ask
I know
away.
Tone and Jason have been here before.
Yes.
And they kind of get it. And I want to ask Diana,
Uh-oh.
how do you like it thus
Yeah.
far?
I love it. It's awesome.
It's fun,
It's
eh?
the best feeling ever.
Yeah. It's addicting. It's
It
addicting.
is.
And you're not nervous?
Nope.
She
not at
was.
You know,
At
there's a few
first, she
thousand
was.
people listening live right now around
Don't
the world.
say
Okay.
that.
all.
Well, there is, you know.
I
there's-
just
Oh, Gary. There's no problem.
Before I did this radio show, I used to perform like at school
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
in front of like 300, 400 people and
That's
just
great.
singing and all
Dad
that
used
stuff.
to
So
love.
it's not even.
Dad
The
used to
get-togethers
love
were
seeing-
entertaining when we'd all get
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
No
Well, my
boredom
dad
there.
used to love seeing my sister perform, and she can sing.
She's got
She
a
can
beautiful
sing.
voice
Oh, God,
because
thank
she
you.
sang
Yeah.
a little bit before we went on the air.
Yes, we did.
And I
Actually,
can tell
Diane,
you sang a cappella
Yes.
without
Yeah.
any accompaniment. So,
Nice.
and it was beautiful.
It's
Well,
what they
Diana,
call talent.
Actually,
huh?
we
Yeah.
might as well. Diana, if you don't mind, the song that Dad used to always ask you to sing. Would you be willing to sing that?
Okay.
You gotta get closer.
Do you want? She's okay.
mic.
I'll take
You're
care of her
gonna pump it
volume.
up?
Yeah,
Okay.
wherever
All
you
right.
feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And I'll leave your mics live, guys. Okay.
And
So,
this song is for anybody who does know the song. It's called Canção de Mar.
and what does that
Sing-
mean?
Amalia Rodrigues.
Amalia
Also,
Rodrigues.
Dos Pontes.
Dos
did
Pontes
a-
did- yeah, she did a great version.
She
of
did a
that.
version of it,
It's the Song of the Ocean.
Okay.
Song of the Ocean for translating.
It's going to
it
be
home.
in Portuguese, sorry.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
okay.
That's okay. Well, we got
No
translation.
Portuguese.
We, yeah,
It's
no,
just
we're
the
not going to
voice.
translate. We're going to listen.
just
But
the voice.
we do have for the audience. We do have some Portuguese music tonight, and that was actually my dad's favorite two Portuguese artists.
And if you
So-
don't move to this music, there's something wrong with your body.
That's right. So Diana, please.
And your
if
mics are
you
live,
could.
guys. So just
All right,
okay?
perfect. We're
Don't
gonna
burp
knock
in the
it out
mic.
now.
So,
Bring it
ladies
out
and
there,
gentlemen,
young
I
lady.
want to present my sister Diana Morgado here on the Del Morgado Show. You're listening to Reality Radio 101.
Saber se o mar terá razão. Vai cá ao beira, vai dar o meu coração. Se eu bailar no meu bater na rua mar cruel e Good night.
Wow, no,
Thank you
that was
very much.
incredible.
That
Hey.
way.
Wow.
Whoa, I'm very confused.
Okay.
That was the shortest song in the history of man. How come you didn't? Is that the whole song?
It's not,
that's
no.
a segment of it.
That's
Oh
about as
my
long
God.
as her
It's a
comfort
I think she's
level
feeling a
will
little
take.
pressure right now.
You know, could I call you Di?
Whatever you
there you
want.
go.
You know,
Princess Di, that she was actually named after Princess Diana.
Was she?
Yep.
I
was the one who
thought
named her.
the song was going to be a lot longer, right?
She
You
could
know,
if you want to keep
well,
going.
Well, you
That
could
was
do
beautiful.
other tidbits, right?
Yeah, you can do a
That's
little bit more if you
beautiful,
want.
very beautiful.
That was incredible. You know what,
Incredible.
Diana? I'm going to say this is not going to sound corny because I think Dad really appreciated that.
That's beautiful.
I appreciated that. He used to
Thank you for
love
that.
getting whenever my sister sang, the look on his face
Aw.
was just. And I'll never forget, like, even just performing as myself when I was doing the Austin Powers and all that kind of stuff. I'm taking a little pressure off my sister right now.
Thank you.
I'll never forget. It was actually my cousin Brian's wedding. And when I saw the video afterwards, you see my brother and my dad standing there watching me perform. They were both laughing. They were the two loudest guys laughing. And my dad just was just kind of like, almost like looking at my brother going, I cannot believe this guy.
And what were you doing, Austin?
Austin Powers.
Oh,
and he was
yeah.
loving it. He was just laughing. And, you know, it's funny because he always thought that I was going to make it doing something.
Mhm.
I had an email from a friend of mine that I used to work with at Cadbury, which is where my dad worked for
Mhm.
30 years.
Mhm.
She actually sent me an email 5-year anniversary after my dad passed away. And she, you know, I was saying, you know, I dedicated it to my father and whatnot. And then she jumps in, she sends me an email. I got to read this real quick. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Just give my sister a little breather
It's your
as well.
show.
Yeah.
Not for long. You're taking over.
My sister's
no.
taking over for sure. So here's the email real quick. You have made him very proud, Del. He was proud of you. Sometimes when he would do overtime because it was an emergency and he would have to, he would go on a coffee break with me and he would see me. He would talk about how you were always entertaining. He said he was very happy that I knew you because if you ever became famous, which you would, you can tell all your friends and family that you knew Del and you used to work with him,
Oh, that's
which
sweet.
I thought was incredible.
I think, and I've said this on the air many
Yeah.
times, I think you're a brilliant actor.
Oh,
And people would
Gary.
say, you know, but I mean, we're not talking. You're not in movies like
Yeah,
movies, but what you do, you put your whole heart into.
mhm.
What you post online, I thought is absolutely brilliant, and
Thank
I've
you.
told you that.
I appreciate
And
it.
I've been around top pros in my life, as you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Toured with some of the finest musicians, and I've known actors, major people.
Right.
I think you're brilliant, and I think
I
for you
appreciate
not
that.
to, in this time of your life, to pursue this and
Mhm.
really say, this is it.
Yeah.
I got to get this together
Right, right.
and do this. That would be terrible for you not to
Yeah.
do that.
Well,
See,
after
and
my
I thought I was the only one telling you this.
Yeah. Thanks,
well, after
Tom.
my
Yeah.
dad when he passed away, it was very difficult for me. I literally fell apart, and a lot of people sometimes will turn towards the negative.
Right.
As I'm sure you guys have
Yeah.
seen.
That's the easy way.
That's the easy way to go.
Yep.
Because, you turn and become an alcoholic, you become and whatnot. But I wanted to make him proud.
Mhm.
And to this day, I still want to make him proud.
Then do it.
And I will.
Stop the BS and
I
do
will.
it.
I will stay. Oh, you can say bullshit. It's just F-bombs we can't drop.
Yeah, but just
Hey, John,
Stop the
you know what?
caganita.
One thing we
That's
can
the
be
bullshit.
sure of is
Yeah,
your
sorry.
dad was always proud of all of you guys.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Tony. I appreciate
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I'll tell you right now, one thing your dad made sure is you guys were all prepared for life.
Yes.
And when
yes.
it didn't matter, when he passed, you guys were ready for the world.
No, thank you.
You know what I mean?
Well,
So-
I mean, you told me a little story about my dad that I wouldn't mind if you shared right now before we take the song of the week, which is what time? Yeah, we got to take the song of the week soon. You were telling me about the sleepovers.
oh, that was my escape from reality. Like,
Talk closer. Talk
okay,
closer.
well, when I was a kid,
Yeah.
I was on lockdown. Like, that's
Me
how mothers
too.
are.
His
They have
parents
their
are very
children. They're
strict.
very protective.
very,
you know what I
very.
mean? For like, Dell already had an older brother,
Yeah.
and so he had to go through the turmoil. I was the older brother, so it was my turn to suffer.
Yes.
Right? So
absolutely.
Now, but whenever I get an opportunity, I couldn't go anywhere. But when I'd go to your home,
yeah.
that was my escape.
Right.
That was my freedom.
Right.
Like, I got to experience the world
Mm-hmm.
through your family.
I appreciate
You know what I
that, dude. When you
Like
told me that, what was it?
Wonderland.
2 weeks ago, you told me about that.
Yeah,
or something
well,
like that.
it's like
I was
one of the greatest experiences, man.
Yeah,
Because I remember so many nights where we'd be up all night
Yes.
until 6 in the morning when it was time to leave for Wonderland.
And but wait a second,
It was
where was my dad? My dad be passed out because he'd be drinking.
every time. Yeah, well, that was the best part. He'd come show up, everyone's like, hey, you wouldn't
my
even
dad-
be
my-
able to
but my dad-
understand what he would say.
My dad was a happy drunk though.
Oh,
Like,
loving it.
Oh, he
loving
loved
it.
it. He loved
Hey,
it.
change pakam.
Hey, kids, go to
He
sleep.
gets to go to sleep.
Hey, kids, go to sleep.
Well, the funniest part was we would always mess with my dad when he got drunk,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Because he would
Oh,
be
that was
passed
great.
out on the chair, and we would just
Oh,
like
yeah.
put glasses on him and put
Play with his
fake toys on
nose a
him.
little bit. Watch it go.
Just to try to get him to wake up so we
it
can
was
watch
wonderful,
like
man.
Eddie Murphy or something,
Yeah,
right?
well, no, it was so we could watch porn.
Hey,
oh,
whoa,
Hey,
whoa,
whoa.
cartoons.
I hate to say,
cartoons.
yeah, terrible cartoons. Yes.
Well, ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen,
Bible study
yeah,
research.
Bible study, absolutely. Right now, we're going to take Song of the Week.
and that would be number 2,
that
I'm
would be
assuming.
track number 2.
Okay,
Number 2.
yeah.
So this one is actually one of my dad's favorite singers. His name is Robert Leal. I can't say it in English because it just sounds...
Robert
Leal.
Leal.
There you go. And the song is called Batu Pa, which, translation?
Stomp your feet.
There you go.
Wow.
You're listening to the Del Morgado Show on Reality Radio 101.
Ai bate o pé, bate o pé, bate o pé. Ai bate o pé, faça assim como eu. Ai bate o pé, bate o pé, bate o pé. Foi assim que meu amor me prendeu. Ai bate o pé, bate o pé, bate o pé. Ai bate o pé, faça assim como eu. Ai bate o pé, bate o pé, bate o pé. Foi assim que meu amor me prendeu. Fui à festa de Vinhais, o baile estava apagado. Me junto aos casais para mostrar o meu bailado. E o povo foi se juntando e perguntando o que é. E a todos eu fui mostrando a minha dança do bate-o-pé. Ai bate o pé, bate o pé, bate o pé. Ai bate o pé, faça assim como eu. Ai bate o pé, bate o pé, bate o pé. Foi assim que meu amor me prendeu. Ai bate o pé, bate o pé, bate o pé. Ai bate o pé, faça assim como eu. Ai bate o pé, bate o pé, bate o pé. Foi assim que meu amor me prendeu. Cantando umas cantigas numa certa romaria, conheci a Albertina e era assim que ela fazia. 2 passinhos para a direita e mais 2 para o outro lado. E com a sua dança ela deixou-me apaixonado. Ai bate o pé, bate o pé, bate o pé. Ai bate o pé, faça assim como eu. Ai bate o pé, bate o pé, bate o pé. Foi assim que meu amor me prendeu. Ai bate o pé, bate o pé, bate o pé. Ai bate o pé, faça assim como eu. Ai bate o pé, bate o pé, bate o pé. Foi assim que meu amor me prendeu. dança de braço com o namorado. Dona Ana explicava ao padre que dançar não é pecado. Você que está aí sentado e triste, quase sem fé, entre pra nossa roda e comece a bater o pé. Ai, bate o pé, bate o pé, bate o pé. Ai, bate o pé, faça assim como eu. Ai, bate o pé, bate o pé, bate o pé. Foi assim que meu amor me prendeu. Ai, bate o pé, bate o pé, bate o pé. Ai, bate o pé, faça assim como eu. Ai, bate o pé, bate o pé, bate o pé. Foi assim que meu amor me prendeu.
The following program may contain adult language and mature subject matter, and does not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of Reality Radio 101, its advertisers and sponsors, or its listening audience. Listener discretion is strongly advised. Welcome back to the Del Morgado Show right here on Reality Radio 101. To contact Del, dial 905-725-1907. Toll free 1-866-905-7325. Email Del realityradio101@yahoo.com. And now, back to your host of the Del Morgado Show, Mr. Del Morgado.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to the Del Morgado Show right here on Reality Radio 101, and I have some very, very special guests here tonight. I got Tony Morgado. Jason Morgado. And I've got my sister, Diana Morgado, here, and we're talking about my father.
Morgado.
That's
The beautiful Morgados.
That's right. We're talking about the greatest Morgado, in my opinion.
You should do as much Portuguese as possible, because you have a lot of Portuguese,
there are Portuguese listeners tonight, yes, absolutely.
Or when we piss our parents off, Diop d'inferno!
Hey, you
Right.
devil
Devil
from
from
hell.
Yeah. My dad, whenever he would do construction work. Yeah. Hold on. Whenever my dad used to do construction work, which was hilarious, he would swear constantly. Like, he'd be hitting the nails upstairs and be like, Well, Diane, you were telling us something during the break there about, because Tony was mentioning he couldn't get out.
Yes.
Go ahead.
For me, it was kind of complicated because I had two older brothers, but I was the only girl.
Yeah.
So for me to get out, my dad would be like, oh, go ask your mom. So I'd go and ask my mom, and I'd be like, no, are you kidding me? You're not going out. So I'm like, I go back to Dad, and he's like, Daddy, Mommy said no. And then after he's like, okay, go out for like half an hour, but don't tell Mom. So then I'd go outside for like a little bike ride, half an hour. I swear, I'd be timing it. I'd come back home and be like, see, Daddy, look, I made it home, and I'm alive, and I'm safe.
See?
So that was my way out.
See? Look who's
That's
the boss.
how good
Look who's the boss.
Oh,
That's right. That's
that's
right.
so sweet.
That's
so sweet.
Oh,
Hey,
my dad
by the
was
way.
the nicest guy ever.
It's Theodelia Vance.
Yeah, my mom's going to be listening to the
Yeah.
show. So
I love her.
I'm sorry. I got to quickly throw in a couple of things here. My buddy Pasquale, he grew up with us. Diane was too young, or she wasn't even born at that point. He actually sent a comment to me the other day, and he said, the one thing I remembered about your dad was he was always smiling. That's
Always.
it. Very, very quick. Very, very quick and easy.
dancing.
And your mom,
Yes.
your mom actually wrote as well. She goes, Del, your father was one man with a big heart, and he was always willing to help everybody. And in a party, there was no fun without Eusebio Morgado.
Oh, wait a minute. We need to
Rest
pause
in
and talk
peace.
about his dancing.
Oh,
Yes.
His dancing
His
was the
dancing
best.
was very good.
best
He
dancing ever.
partied his ass off.
Yeah,
but
like a
Partied
rock
it was the
star.
like a rock star.
1950s.
And my mom would always
Would
follow
follow.
him.
He danced like nobody was watching.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
bouncing
He's doing the
around.
little
He's
jig.
jumping up and down and partying and doing all this and jumping
man.
jacks and this and
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And my mom, to her credit, was able
Yeah.
to follow him around.
Every inch of the dance floor.
Every
The
time.
life
There's
of
a
the
good
party
wife.
right
She
there,
sticks
buddy.
by her man all the
That's
way.
right.
Oh, yeah.
I don't embarrassed or not, we'll do it together.
That's
Yep.
right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I had a couple of people actually record some stuff about my dad. My cousin Richard, who I would say would probably be one of the older ones.
I think
Yes.
the oldest.
Is he the oldest?
think so.
I think he's got an older
Cousins,
sister,
are you
doesn't
kidding
he?
me, man? There's
Are you
a
sure?
lot older than Richard.
Well, no, I know. Yeah, that's
Oh
true.
yeah,
Tim and Wells kids.
Yeah, Tim and Wells kids. Yeah, but Richard,
Joe, I think, is
I
the
asked my
oldest.
cousin Richard to record a little something for me, so I'm just going to play that clip right now for you. This is my cousin Richard Diniz.
Hey, Dal. First of all, congratulations on your radio show. It's pretty awesome to have a cousin with his own radio show. I think it's great that you're doing this tribute to your dad. It's still hard to believe that he's no longer with us. You know, I speak with Aunt Judy regularly, and we often talk about him. I have such great memories of your dad. My earliest memories of him are when I was 6 or 7 years old, back in the Azores. Back in the 1960s, one of the best soccer players in the world played for Benfica.
That's right, Eusebio.
And his name was Eusebio, so I just thought it was really cool to have an uncle with the same name. I also remember back then chaperoning your dad when he was dating your mother. I would stand beside him for hours while he spoke with your mother at the window. I remember watching him do his hair before he went to meet her. He would slick his hair back and run the back of his comb across his hair to form waves. You know, everybody in town thought your dad had the best hair, so I would try to imitate him without much success. Later, when we all came to Canada, I remember your dad being the life of the party. Back then, when we were all kids, you know, all the families would get together, you know, on a regular basis. And he was always the guy taking the pictures or filming, you know. He loved those family gatherings, you could tell. He was a very creative guy and handy too, so he was always fixing someone's kitchen or bathroom or doing something somewhere. And I remember I was in my 20s, and I tried to talk him into starting his own business as a contractor, because I really thought he was that good, but he wouldn't go for it. He was a very pragmatic guy, you know. He had a family and kids, and that was his first priority, right? But you know, the thing that I will always remember most about your dad is when he was sick in the hospital. I visited him a couple of times, and during my second visit, I sensed that he felt that might be the last time I saw him alive. You know, he pulled me close to him, and he whispered some very flattering things to me. That was very emotional for me, and something I will never forget for as long as I live. Your dad will always live in my memories and in my heart. All the best, Dal, and good luck.
Thank you very much, Richard. I appreciate all the comments that he made. Sorry, guys, I didn't warn you about that. I was getting a little choked up there a little bit. But Richard was probably the one that grew up the most with my dad, because he was the one, again, hanging out with him all the time. And his hair, he didn't mention that. His hairstyle is just like my dad's.
Yes. It's so true.
So it's like
Still got the curls.
Richard,
Yes.
I just want to say thank you very much. I love you for that for those comments, incredible comments. I got a few emails here from Kathy. Kathy used to be Rego.
She's sommier.
She's sommier now. She emailed me today, actually, and she goes, the one thing I remember about your dad was the video camera and all the family movies.
Mr. Technology.
That's right. He would even bring a big white sheet, and he would hang it in my parents' family room on the curtain by the patio door. Then he would play all the family movies on the old projector. They had no voice back then, just picture. And we would laugh and laugh as we saw ourselves on that screen. Oh, yes, there were huge bowls of popcorn, too. It was a great family movie night. He was the absolute best ever. Miss him so much. Feel free to share the story. And I absolutely had to share that. Thank you very much, Kathy. I appreciate that. Oh, she actually wrote something else. Sorry. She goes, wait. What about his mafia long leather coat with the fur collar?
Oh, man. That was
What a
signature.
gem.
Ah, there's a gem. Thank you,
Yeah.
Kathy, for mentioning that at the end. I thought the email was done. He could,
The Rick James jacket.
Styling.
and he was always, hold on, sorry. He was
Profiling.
always the first on the dance floor. And
Always.
boy, did he dance, like we were saying earlier. He would do the huge, like, jumping jack action on the dance floor. He would totally take it over. He was so funny. There's a lot more here. Sorry, Kathy. I can't read all of that.
Yeah, that pimp
The
jacket
only
was
thing-
Pimp jacket
classic,
was
man.
class.
The only thing
Yeah.
missing was the fedora.
That's right.
That jacket
Yeah.
was down to his ankles, man.
That's right.
Hey, that was
That
awesome.
was bad.
Well, I want to thank
Classic.
everybody who I got a couple more. I got one from my cousin Brian. I also have one from my brother.
Any warnings?
I'm not going to warn
Probably.
you. You guys got to hear it. And I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
okay.
You guys were actually sorry.
Any more warnings?
Yeah.
Is
Oh,
that
I've learned to become desensitized.
Yeah,
to it.
yeah.
Just
Sorry
let it
about that,
go
Jay.
and-
Jay's got a heart of gold,
It's
man. I'm telling you.
memories like a corner of my mind.
That's right. I apologize for that, but
Risky
I
watercolor
forgot Richard had said that, and I was just like, oh man.
Yeah, that's tough because Richard had a lot of years with
Yes,
C.
yes, he did. And
Yeah.
actually, my dad was actually he was, I think, the third one to come to Canada, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right, Diane? Do you know?
Well, first it was THD.
Yeah,
Oh,
she,
yeah.
she brought, the clan.
everybody.
Yeah.
She
Well,
brought. Well, it was
everybody.
TC Vad
TC
first.
Vad.
Right.
My
Silverio?
uncle Silverio.
I'm translating now.
So then he brought his
Wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then his wife THD.
Yeah.
Aunt Judy. She brought along
She brought
the
everybody.
youngest
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
oldest.
That's right.
So first it was
Uncle Tony, which
uh,
is your
Tian
dad.
Tone,
My
which
pappy.
is
Tony, yep.
Tony
Your
and
dad.
Jason's father.
Yeah.
And then she brought my dad.
Yes.
And then from my dad, we're not going to go on into
Yeah, we don't
much
need to go.
detail.
Yeah.
So then from my dad, he brought my mom.
Yep.
And then my
They
mom,
were married at that point.
Yes, they
Yes.
were.
Yes, they
And then
were.
my mom brought so-and-so and whatever. So that's pretty much how it happened.
And
From
they
my
actually
TC Vad.
they lived with Brian's parents
They
for
did.
about 3 years or more,
And
and that's where my brother was born.
They
No,
were
not-
quite the rock for our family.
Yes,
Like
Yes.
absolutely.
Vad
Oh
and
yeah,
Steve
Brian's
Deets.
parents, unbelievable. And Brian
Yeah.
was on my show, Gary. You
Port
remember
de
Brian?
Rego.
Yep.
Yeah,
Gary, you still with us,
absolutely.
buddy?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
I'm listening.
Awesome.
Gary's
so
enjoying the show.
We
they-
so affectionately call them the Rags.
That's right, Rags.
Rags. Hey, Joe.
My brother. Hold on. Oh, Joe.
Joe
yes.
got a lot of years with your
Yes,
pappy
he
too,
did.
man.
He did. I tried
And the best
contacting him, but he
stories.
wasn't
The
available.
Rags himself.
Joe Rags.
Joe Rags.
But my brother was born in March 24th of 1970. I was born in 1974, December 20th, and my sister came rolling around November 18th, 1986.
I know.
Bit of a gap.
What a
Yep.
surprise.
Bit of a gap. My mom actually told me something interesting, which Diana probably doesn't know.
Wait,
Uh,
THD?
Oh, you know about that?
Mom tells me every day.
Tells you
Let's go, let's
everything.
go.
Wow.
Every time I see her.
So
Let's go.
my
I wanna
mom.
squeeze the
Okay,
juice.
so you tell the story then, since you know it.
Okay, so my
Tough
mom
guy.
said that my Aunt Judy said, you know what, you should try one more time. I swear you're gonna get a girl.
Oh yeah, because they wanted a boy and girl.
Because they
That's
wanted
right.
a boy and girl, but then
Yeah.
first it was Fatima, but she
Fatima.
didn't last.
she did only an hour.
Yes.
From what mom was telling
And
me.
then they had Nelson.
Yes.
And,
they
then
had
from
me.
Nelson,
Yep.
they wanted
They
a
called
girl.
me Del Mario because they thought I was a boy or a girl, so they didn't know. So they were like, we'll call him Del for Delia, and then Mario.
Who is Nelson?
Nelson
My brother,
is our
my older
oldest
brother. Yeah.
Because my middle name is Nelson.
Yes,
Oh, is
I remember you were telling me that the one time, and I was
Yeah.
like, uh-oh.
Yeah, so come on.
It's trouble.
Let me
Dun,
know
dun,
how
dun.
it came from, what is it, 12 years apart you guys
Yeah,
are?
well, go on.
to the
Go on,
story.
Diane. Sorry.
Juice! Give me the juice, woman.
So my THD, my Aunt Judy said, you know what, you guys should try because you guys are going to have a girl.
There you go.
So lo and behold, I came out.
That's one way to put it. I just came out.
So basically, my oldest brother, I think
Yep.
we're 16 years apart,
Yep.
and me and Del are 12 years apart.
12 years apart. Absolutely.
So,
Surprise.
yeah, surprise peekaboo.
Oh, we were shocked.
And
We were shocked.
Diana just so happens to be the youngest Morgado. She took that
Yes.
that claim from
I
Of
was,
our
I was
generation.
the
She
last.
took that claim
Of
from
our-
me.
yeah.
I was the
'cause-
last of the generation.
Yes,
Because
of our
last.
generation.
I'm the one just above.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah,
And,
but from their generation
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
in the day,
Yeah.
pumping out kids at that age was
Oh.
nothing for them back then.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Man.
It was
Well, I
past
mean, like
time.
Richard was saying, he was 6 years old when my dad was 15.
You go
Yeah.
to the
Or
farm,
14,
you do a
so-
little bit of work.
Yeah.
Whoa, hold
Pump
on,
out a
man.
kid, get back to
Steaming Manuel to
Yeah.
my pappy is
Yeah.
17 years.
17 years.
17-year difference.
We have cousins.
That's
we
a
have cousins
huge
as
difference.
old
Yeah, man, that's a whole
As,
life
it's
It's
away.
like with me and
right?
Nelson, we're
As uncles.
16 years.
Absolutely.
16 years
Yeah.
apart.
Absolutely,
yeah.
that's a whole life away, bro.
That is,
like,
yeah.
Like, put
no
it this way,
kidding.
on our Morgado side of the family, we
Yeah.
have cousins that are older than my mom's, like
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
aunts and
Yeah.
uncles.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
on that side,
Margaret
you know what I mean?
is
So
Margaret,
it's
yeah.
generational
Mark-
journey.
She's
Yes.
my mom's age.
Yes.
Right? So
absolutely.
it's like
Yeah.
the niece
Yeah.
is the wife's
It's the-
age. You know what I mean?
Same age.
And it's the
well,
same
it's like
thing.
Diana, because Diana, Janet.
Well,
Janet's older than you.
Margaret
and so
used
is-
to hang out with my mom as
Right.
buddies.
Yeah,
Like, you know
yes,
what I mean?
yes.
my
Like,
my dad is only 9 years older, so he became an uncle at 9,
Oh,
right?
man.
So, come on, that's
Wow.
that's
Yeah.
quick how the
See,
family.
and you know what?
Even
Gary made a
less,
good point.
even less, because how old is
Gary
Joe?
made a
It's
good
Stephen
point
Wells'
earlier.
kid,
I don't know how old Joe is.
right?
We
He's gotta
rarely
be
hung
close
out
to
with
50.
Joe.
Same thing with Joe. It's DFH's kid. He's
Joe. Yeah, Joe's like he's in his 50s for sure.
yeah.
isn't he?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was Joe the
That's
oldest
a couple
of?
no, Margaret.
Margaret,
There was
see, that's
a
what I
Joe,
thought.
There was a Joe before
Yes.
Margaret.
Yes.
Remember that?
You
I'm
know,
aware
like
of that
Gary
one as
said
well.
Earlier,
Yeah.
Like with Diana being 19 when your dad died, like for us, 19, my
No,
mom
20.
was already having me.
20 when
Yeah.
he died.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
you-
found
yeah,
out at
no,
19.
But I'm
He
saying
died at
our
20.
He died at
perception
20, yeah.
of
Who was
youth
that?
nowadays in
My dad.
comparison to how they considered it back then.
Oh no, sorry. The numbers.
The stories
confusing
are all
me.
over the place.
The
now.
numbers confusing me. The mathematics, man.
The brain's bleeding a little bit, man.
It hurts. The mouse hasn't
Don't worry,
moved in
you
a
get
while.
an education
It
today.
hurts. It hurts. My brain is bleeding.
Pizza, Kurish.
Kurish Malamanyo.
Idiopchen.
Kurish
Oh
Malamanyo.
boy, the profanity's coming
I
out.
cannot translate this. This
Yeah,
is
don't
too much
translate.
profanity.
This is naughty. This is Portuguese naughty language. So Gary, how you doing there, bud?
I'm doing great.
Awesome. Have you got
This
the
is
next?
like a great family reunion.
It is.
here.
It is.
Oh yeah.
Well, my dad's birthday is tomorrow, August 14th. He was born, oh my God, 1944.
1944.
I remembered. It was the cognac kicking in. He passed away on July 11th, 2006.
So he's
So it would be 7 years.
Right.
7 years that he would have.
On July 12th.
I know I wrote something here about how old he would be.
He's only
Oh yeah, he'd be
How-
69 this
69.
year. If,
How
if-
was your mom? I mean, you know, of course, everything is very devastated when,
Mhm.
when something like this happens. But how has your mom been in the last few years?
She's gotten a lot better. I mean, at
Yeah.
first, obviously, it was devastating because in the Portuguese culture, and Diane can back me up on
Yep.
this, the wives very much live
Yeah,
for the
what else
husband.
does she
For the
know?
husband.
And
Yeah,
done.
that's
12
all
years
she
old
does.
was it?
You
Right?
get married once.
yeah.
That's
and
the way it
that's
was at my
That's for
family.
life.
Oh, it
Italian
was the
family.
same way.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, because you're
yeah,
Italian.
yeah,
Come on,
so it's the exact same way.
Yeah.
So
That's the
when my
storybook, come
dad
on.
passed away, my mom, her world collapsed.
Yeah,
Everything was
yeah.
done. She had gotten her second stroke after he
Yeah.
had passed away. She was done.
No,
Mhm.
actually,
On this earth.
she's had 5 strokes.
She had
that was her
5.
5th.
That was her
stroke,
fifth
sorry.
one. That was but that wasn't the worst one because she had the second one.
The
was
second
one
one was
yeah.
the worst.
But she was completely devastated.
Mhm.
As years have gone by, it's gotten a little better. But in all honesty, she's got huge portraits of him right in front of her every day.
And also, it helps that we visit her all the time.
Yeah, we visit her all the time, and we
And
try
how old
to.
is your mom?
She's a rock.
Now she's
67.
67. Yeah, thank you, Dan.
And
That's why I have my sister
You know,
here.
it never gets easier, but time does heal some wounds, as we know,
Some,
bad, right?
Some.
But-
But I mean, I just talking about my dad
Yeah.
this past week when I was thinking about doing the show,
Mhm.
and just hearing comments from family members and all this kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Obviously, I got choked up
Yeah.
because even though it's 7 years ago,
Mhm.
it's still tough.
Yeah.
You know, I don't wish that on my worst enemy.
Of course not.
You know, to lose a parent is the worst feeling in the world.
But you see,
you know.
you seem like a close knit family, and here's the
We
problem.
We are.
You know, traditional families like I grew up in, and yourself,
Mhm.
it means a lot to us, and we're
Yes.
close, and this and that. Where unfortunately, a lot of kids nowadays they don't have family values and things like your family was
Yeah.
and my
No.
Italian
No, you're
family
right.
was.
You're very right.
It's gone by the wayside.
Well, the interesting
know.
thing, it's funny that you're mentioning that because I was going to touch on that a little bit later. The fact that we don't really say "I love you." You
Mhm.
guys can back me up on that, right? Well,
Oh,
now
yeah.
we do. Now we
Yeah.
do. But we know.
Yeah.
It's there. We don't have to say it.
Mhm.
And I mean, I'm definitely
I
gonna
love you
get
by the food I put on the table.
That's right.
The house I live.
Yeah, my dad was very old-fashioned like that.
The clothes
But,
I put on your back.
The most important thing to me was, and I gotta bring this up now because we're touching on it now. Before my dad passed away, I had the opportunity to say it to him. My friend Harry from Cadbury was an ordained minister, and he came by the hospital and he performed the last rites on my father. And I broke down and I said, I love you. For the first time in my life, I said that to my dad.
But you said it.
I said it.
So.
And that's the one thing that a lot of people don't get the opportunity to say. And that's my whole point of doing this show tonight.
Right.
I want you guys to say it. Say I love you. It doesn't cost you anything. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the biggest things, one of the biggest regrets that a lot of people have out there because they're not able to say it. Some people say it too much, and sometimes it's a problem because it gets lost in the translation.
Yeah, the meaning isn't there.
It's not there.
I don't think you can ever say it enough.
You can't say it enough, but at the same time, if it's said too much, there's no real... You know what I mean? It's like, I love you, okay, bye.
That's what you're saying right there is why most of the time they don't say anything.
That's true. That's
they
true.
Want to hold it so precious inside. But the reality is they're cowards.
They are. Let it out. Don't be afraid. I had a friend of mine. Me and Jason say it all the time now. But I had a friend of mine. She lost her father to a heart attack. And she was never able to say it. And to me, at least, I had that opportunity. Diana, you had the opportunity
I did,
too.
Yes,
and that was something that my friend Harry, and I'll always hold that memory dear to my heart, because Harry gave us that opportunity to say it, because otherwise we wouldn't have.
And that's why I say you never say it enough.
Never say it enough. And especially in our culture, because our culture, and Gary, you can agree with me on this, we don't say it enough.
Well, yeah, showing weakness.
Yeah,
showing weakness is unacceptable.
It's not. It's not.
Right? But today,
and that's our
we've come to
family.
Understand that your feelings are your strengths, not your weaknesses.
And that's why nowadays we say it all the time.
Right.
Because I love my cousins. I love my sister.
I
told my brother I loved him for making me an audio clip.
Like,
I love my entire family. You guys are the best family. You remember the old expression, you can't pick your family. But I would never trade you guys in because I love you. Guys.
I love you too,
I love
baby. I
love you.
Well, that just destroyed everything.
There we go. All the seriousness just went out the
window. If you
could
see your dad right now and he is in heaven,
I would give anything.
What do you think he's doing right now besides listening to your radio show?
Oh, wait a minute. I think he's with my Uncle John.
Yes.
My Tijuan.
Yes.
And they're drinking a glass of wine right now. They'll be like
that he made.
Yes. In heaven.
For Jesus, because Jesus was a big wine drinker.
And they're together and they're like, hey, look at these kids over here.
And I'll tell you one thing.
Yes.
He's definitely got his big mustache back.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Can't be without the stash.
That's right.
Yeah.
That stash was everybody.
Manliness.
And the sideburns.
Right
the sideburns.
That's it.
The Elvis.
That's
sideburns.
right. Well, I have another song here that I got for my dad as well. He was a huge fan of this Portuguese artist. You guys know him? Jorge Ferreira.
Again, if you don't move with this song, something is
wrong with you physically.
With your
we were all dancing around here like a bunch of she-devils.
What's wrong with you?
So, ladies and gentlemen, I announce to you Jorge Ferreira, and the song is called Olhos Verdes. Diana, please translate for it. Is it
Jorge Ferreira?
There you go.
Green Eyes.
There you go. You're listening to the Del Morgado Show right here on Reality Radio 101.
Olhos verdes vem da cor, é tão lindo o teu olhar, que faz nascer um amor. Olhos verdes para amar. Olhos verdes vem da cor, é tão estão, que não sai da lembrança. Amor do meu coração, olho da minha esperança. Os teus olhos verdes são, que não sai da lembrança. Amor do meu coração, olho da minha esperança. Oh meu amor, é tão lindo teu olhar. Eu vivo só para te amar. Quero o meu amor junto ao teu. Oh meu amor, tu és a minha paixão, dona do meu coração, onde o meu amor se perdeu. O meu olhar se prendeu ao teu olhar sorrateiro. O meu amor se perdeu no teu amor feiticeiro. O meu olhar se prendeu ao teu olhar sorrateiro. O meu amor se perdeu no teu amor feiticeiro. Oh meu amor, é tão lindo teu olhar. Eu vivo só para te amar. Quero o meu amor junto ao teu. Oh meu amor, tu és a minha paixão, dona do meu coração, onde o meu amor se perdeu. Oh meu amor, é tão lindo teu olhar. Eu vivo só para te amar. Quero o meu amor junto ao teu. Oh meu amor, tu és a minha paixão, dona do meu coração, onde o meu amor se perdeu. Oh meu amor, é tão lindo teu olhar. Eu vivo só para te amar. Quero o meu amor junto ao teu. Oh meu amor.
The following program may contain adult language and mature subject matter and does not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of Reality Radio 101, its advertisers and sponsors, or its listening audience. Listener discretion is strongly advised. Welcome back to the Del Morgado Show, right here on Reality Radio 101. To contact Del, dial 905-725-1907. Toll free in North America, 1-866-905-7325. Worldwide, 1-866-656-5477. Email Del, Reality Radio 101 at yahoo.com. And now, back to your host of the Del Morgado Show, Mr. Del Morgado.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to the Del Morgado Show right here on Reality Radio 101. That music was from the Rocky soundtrack. My father was a huge fan of Rocky. I had to play that one. I'm getting a little emotional there on that one because there's a bit of meaning there.
Rocky's all about family.
Yes. Okay, you can stop now, Gary.
Unless you
what
want
are you
to see
doing?
tears.
Turn off the music. I'm gonna stop crying.
It's the eye of the tiger.
Yes. Well, my dad really liked Rocky IV. When Rocky does that big speech at the end where we can all get... it went basically... At first, we were killing each other in the ring, and it was just two of us killing each other. Right? I don't know if you guys remember the speech.
Yeah.
And then he goes like this, and as the event grew, I noticed a few changes. I'll always remember this because my dad loved this so much. He goes, I noticed a few changes in me, the way I felt about you and the way you felt about me. Thank God there were only two people in here fighting instead of the whole world fighting. And my dad always made reference to that because he loved it. He took that to heart.
Yeah. And that was the Russian.
That was, when he fought the Russian in Rocky IV.
The Eye of the Tiger.
The Eye of the Tiger. I'm going to share a story right now from my cousin Brian, He sent this to me, and I'll let him speak for himself. Here we go.
I'll always remember your dad as being the life of the party, but your dad also had a serious side. I remember this one time during one of our Christmas get-togethers at your house. Your dad took me to the side, and we were having a beverage together, and at the time I was already dating Mary for about 3 or 4 years. And your dad said to me, what are you doing? Why are you making this girl wait? When are you going to marry this girl? And I said to him, T, I don't have the money to marry this girl. I just, I'm trying to save money so that, we can get married and, buy a house and everything else. And he said to me, he goes, listen, in life, you're never going to have enough money to do the things you want to do. You just got to do it and forget about the money. The money will come. Just get on with your life. And I took that little piece of advice to heart, and I never forgot it. And I'll never forget your dad.
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. Brian was on my show. I think it was show number 4 when he was on there.
Mm-hmm.
And, I was a little taken back by that one, but I've already heard it, so I'm okay now.
All right, so I'm going to use your dad's advice.
Yes.
When are you getting married?
Easy.
And better yet.
Oh, he's looking at my sister now.
Oh, she's so beautiful. When is she
realistic.
going to get married?
She's been with the same guy for how many years? She's been with
7.
Carlos.
All right,
You might as well send a
all
shout
right.
out.
That's a good
What do you-
boy.
let me ask
That's
you,
a good
Diana.
Diana.
When you
He's a father.
Diana.
Hold on a second.
I could
Hey, you're killing her, Gary.
Wait.
Oh, God.
Let me ask this.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
And who is the better half in your life?
Well,
What's
name
his
is
first name?
Carlos.
Talking to
Carlos?
the mic, talking to the mic.
Carlos is his name.
Is okay?
The love of your life.
Carlos is the
Yeah.
love of your life.
That's
Yeah.
right.
He's Portuguese.
No.
No, he's Spanish. He's
Spanish?
Dominican.
Okay.
Yes.
When are you going to get married?
Oh my!
Hold on. Hey,
He doesn't mess around, eh?
hold on.
Hey,
It took me a
voila,
long
it's him
time.
time.
Oh,
God.
hey, actually, hold on.
Hold on. It took me a long time to marry my
Yes,
wife.
Tony. Speak
Yes.
up.
Okay.
Speak up. There you go.
Now,
Help her out.
to be honest with you,
Please.
marriage is not only a very expensive prospect, but making the wrong choice could be
Yes.
one of the biggest problems of your life.
That is true.
Yeah.
Now, if you're going to be together. A piece of paper isn't going to make any of those decisions in your life.
That's
more
true.
That's
True.
true. Diana's
However-
like,
Yes.
Diana's like,
But when they have
Thank
when
you,
they have
Tony.
matured to the point where
Yeah.
they don't have this flight instinct in their head going, maybe there's something better out there.
Right,
Once
right.
they finally mature to the point that they make that decision, let it come at its own time. Because
Yes,
go.
thank you,
if
Tony.
you rush
Thank
No.
if you
you,
rush
Tony.
in,
7
if you
years.
rush in,
yeah,
I'm
but
telling
hold
you,
on, Tony.
That's
How
not
long,
Russian.
how long were you
It took
together?
us 11 years.
11 years.
You
And
know
we're only
why?
at
Hey, and
7.
hold on.
I'll
My
tell
mom
you.
and dad, back then it was a little bit different, but they were together for 8 years.
Yes,
before
and
they got
I've only
married.
been together for 7 years.
7. She's
People-
timing
Goodness
it.
gracious. Give me time.
We know of a lot of people who are not emotionally mature enough to get married,
Oh,
used it
I
as an
agree.
excuse
The
to
thing
stay
is-
home,
Yeah.
and then it became one of the most damaging things in their lives.
The thing
That's
is,
true.
Right?
with
We know
me,
Yes.
with me, I was living by myself for about 4 years.
Yes.
So at least I have Carlos there for me, and he lives with me, and he's spending time with me, and that's more than I can ever ask for.
That's right.
So I'm not going to rush into anything, and when
Yep.
the time is right, it'll happen.
Yep.
And right now we're happy, and that's pretty
That's all
much
that
the
Where
way
did you
it
meet
stays.
him?
Oh, well.
It was after my dad passed
It
away.
was about a month after my dad passed away.
Mm-hmm.
I was not expecting on meeting anybody, but he came out of nowhere because we were not expecting on meeting each other on that day. And it was at Tim Hortons. And I don't chill at Tim Hortons at all.
You
I
Timmy
hate.
bum.
There's a good
I
plug, eh?
hate.
You
I
Timmy
hate.
bum.
Wait a minute. I hate Tim Hortons and
There you
chilling
go.
there. But for some reason
Tim
on that day
Hortons
we
is
met each
wonderful.
other, and it was fate that brought us together. And I'm happy that I met him.
Did he
and-
order a double-double?
Well,
Yeah, it was my sister.
It
Yeah.
Hey, he better not have got a
With a
bagel
whipped
too.
cream on top.
Sorry, I had to say that.
Oh God.
But
Hey,
Carlos,
hey, he's a
At
good
that time-
boy.
Carlos
He's
is
a
a
good
great
boy.
guy.
He's a
Great
great
guy.
guy, and you
Yeah.
know what? I cannot trade him for anybody.
Do you
so-
speak
Absolutely not.
Spanish?
A little
She
bit.
does a
Good
lot,
for you.
actually. A
Poquito.
lot.
Yes.
And another thing,
No.
Do you know why?
This
Hey,
is
do you know
Canada.
why, Gary? Because she be hanging out with him all the time.
All the time,
All
man.
the time.
Not just a little bit. I speak a lot, but you don't know.
this is
¿Sabes?
Canada.
That's
and,
right.
Divorces can be very, very expensive.
Oh, I
And
know.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
For a man,
Oh, yeah.
you put it this way: the divorce courts have made it so that men are afraid to get married. We don't want nothing to do with it if we don't have to.
So in regards to your question earlier, Gary, no chance in hell that I'm getting married. I'd have to find a woman first.
Once you've matured to the point that you know that, what am I, ignorant? I'm not going to get anybody better than this. Then once their eyes have opened up, then they get married and they're full force into the marriage. And every day is happier because it's not all about proving something. It's all about, this is my best friend. And
well, what about Jay then? Jay, you're
he just moved in. He just moved in. Hey, slow down there, Gary. Slow down.
Why don't we talk about something else?
Junior, no pressure. No pressure. Oh, we can talk about my dad again. That's kind of the
I could say one thing right now. I'm loving what I have in my life. Okay?
There you go.
Put it that way.
Danielle's awesome.
I love her.
She's great. Yeah. She's the best thing in my life.
You better keep
her. She is a keeper.
Yeah, no rush.
No rush.
All right, then all of you, what about Del?
Easy now.
Oh,
easy now. When did this go? When did the people turn against Del Morgado?
Put it
I
out.
love my cousin.
Put it
I
out.
have to say this.
Oh shit!
This man does not want children.
That is correct.
Is that true?
That is
does
correct.
Not want to get married.
That is correct.
And you know what? I believe
is
that
he gay?
is the most responsible.
You ask me every
That's the most responsible choice that he's made, because how many
a lot of people get into
running
it
around here, don't take care of their responsibility,
Yes.
don't take care of their kids. If he's not ready to be married and mature, responsible to have
Don't
children,
put it that
But
way.
the thing is,
why
listen
the
to
hell
No, you know what it is, Gary.
should
You know
he
what it
pump
is.
one out?
It's just the fact that when it comes to me and getting involved
You're
with
a
somebody,
free spirit. You just
there you
want to go.
There you
But
just
the
want
thing
to
is
go.
with Del,
But it's not just
you
that.
have to. But listen, hold on a
Aspet,
second.
it's not just that.
Wait
it's
a
the
minute.
fact that
Say it in
You have
Portuguese.
to- you
Diana,
have
go
to-
ahead. Yell it in
Aspet,
Portuguese.
that's-
Wait a minute.
Italian.
Hello. Wait a minute. Excuse
Okay.
me.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
The thing is with my brother, you have to accept him for who he is. If
Amen.
you're not willing to accept him,
No,
then
we don't
you're not
accept
the
him.
woman for him.
Hey,
Of course,
Gary
but you're a
doesn't
man.
accept me.
Who cares?
if
No,
you
but I
said
mean,
it
my
yourself,
sister,
Gary.
my sister knows me better than anybody else
Yes.
on the planet, and thank you for saying that, because
Have
it's very
you
true.
ever thought about, let's say, not so much marriage? Put that aside.
Okay.
Have you ever, because you are a free spirit, you like to
Yeah.
come and go as you please and everything. That's
Yeah.
understandable.
You
It
know,
really
I was
is.
going to make a comment,
But-
but we can't
but-
do that tonight.
Well, would you have you ever thought about saying, "I really wish I had someone in my life serious"?
I've
not
thought
so
about
much
it.
marriage.
No,
I'm
no,
just saying.
I
Have you
agree.
thought about it?
I've thought about it.
And what gay
extensively.
bars do you hang
And-
out at? I'm
Easy.
sorry. I mean,
easy,
I'm
bro.
sorry.
Easy.
All right.
No, I mean, my whole thought on the.
Are you
the
trying to
marriage
make a
thing is-
rendezvous with him?
Hey, let me get my point in, man. Shut up. Shut up. Okay.
Go ahead.
Here's the thing.
Mhm.
Okay. The reason I don't want to get married
Yeah.
is because of the fact that, yes, as my sister said, I haven't found the right person.
Mhm.
And I don't think I ever will. Because, I mean, I think I'd make a great dad. I mean, I've got a lot of my father's qualities in me, getting back to my father. But I just don't think it's for me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's just one of those things that I don't feel strongly about. You know what I mean? A lot of people, they jump into marriage, they jump into having kids, and then next thing you know, they're regretting their lives. They're
Then
like,
they
what
get
have I done?
divorces.
What have
Yeah,
I
see,
done?
Just
I-
because that was the next step
Hey,
in life.
Aspet. Sorry, Aspet. I have regrets in my life. I think about sometimes, yes, what if I did get married? But that's not the life that I would want for myself, if that
Mhm.
makes any sense. I mean, I firmly believe in marriage. I think that, yes, you know, if I did find the right person, I would get married. And, I mean, I'm not dead yet, right? So
Are
there's
you
always a
left-handed or
chance.
right-handed?
I'm both.
All right. So you have a different woman every
Colors,
night.
colors.
No.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Shows you
Even
how
in the
Paul
morning,
Anderson.
too, huh?
It
But
shows
no.
you
In the
how
morning.
seriously you take family.
I take it
that's
very
what we've
serious
learned.
because of my
Family
dad. I mean,
serious.
I was grown up to believe in the family ethics because my dad instilled that in me. He
Right.
taught me the value of money. He taught me the value of family, and I love my family to death. It's just that I don't think that's for me. I don't think that raising children, not just raising children, just having children is for me. That's not my style.
Yet.
It could.
Yet.
I'm not,
Or
like I
not.
said, I'm not dead yet.
Don't you need a mini-me?
I mean,
It's a lifetime commitment.
Gary, seriously, like, would you want another Dell on this planet?
No.
There you go.
Absolutely not.
Or a Delia. if I had a girl.
Very good.
Right?
I did not mean to twist this around to that.
No.
But I was
okay.
going by your dad's advice.
Yes.
And he says, "Wait, what are you waiting for?" Right?
Yeah. Oh, my dad, if he was still alive, he would probably give me shit.
Shabada.
Yeah, he'd probably give me a back of the hand.
He gave me the same speech.
He did.
Yeah.
Maybe not the exact same words, but the exact same speech.
The exact same speech. There you go.
What?
My dad was a big family believer.
Is
yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
So once you make the choice for family, there is nothing else.
Exactly.
He shouldn't be worried about a show like this. He should be worried about his kids.
About his
home
kids, yes.
Right.
and making
Well,
sure
it's like
every
my
night.
cousin Richard said, because he was telling my dad,
don't.
Like he was telling my dad to expand and do his own business and whatnot. My dad said, no, it's all about my family. Yeah. And my dad coming to Canada with literally nothing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He literally built his home.
2 homes.
2 homes. He got another house for my sister and I and my brother to live in.
Mm-hmm.
And now, he obviously set it up as a rental unit, but he did that for us. And me and my sister are now living there.
Yep.
Right.
Right. So
you're downstairs. She's upstairs.
I'm downstairs.
She has the cable. You don't have the cable.
I got rid of the cable. I told her to take the cable. I don't want the cable.
Everybody
TV, go
loves
bye-bye.
internet.
I don't need.
And you lock your car into the garage.
That's right.
That's right.
I got the garage. She got
And
the
I'm
upstairs.
on the street.
That's right.
You let her on the street.
The car.
The car.
I know that. What car do you have?
I have an Infiniti G20.
There you go. Brand new. Brand new for her.
Nice.
Well, for me, I was
That's
driving
right.
a Mazda Protege.
Yes, which Carlos bought for you. That's a keeper
The
right
first
there.
one.
Yes, you bought
The
the
second
car.
one
Could
I
I ask
he's
what
a good boy, huh?
what did the good boy Carlos do? What's he do?
Don't worry about it.
He loves
He
Diana.
does whatever he does.
All right.
He does whatever
All right.
he does.
So listen, I need a new connection for some pot. So, all right.
Well, you said it earlier, right? He's
Yeah.
Dominican, right?
Okay. Don't say it. You're gonna get Diana. Come on.
I'm kidding.
Diana
I'm
just
kidding.
kicked you
He's
under the
Dominican.
table.
That means he works for a living.
She hit
kicked
something.
you.
It wasn't my leg.
All right. All right. Let's. Sorry about that, guys. Let's
No,
go back
no,
to
no.
the.
Yeah,
let's
no-
go back to the show at hand.
No worries, no
Right?
worries. Actually, while we're on the
Okay.
fun stuff, we might as well mention some fun stuff that my dad he loved weddings. My dad was big on weddings. And the funny thing is, this
And the
is
dancing
something.
in the weddings.
The dancing was big. He also called work playing. Okay, he would always call it playing. He'd be in the middle of doing construction work, and he's like, "Oh, I'm just playing.
Yeah.
I'm just having a good time."
I remember on Take Your Kids to Work Day, I was
Yes.
in grade 9.
That's right.
I went to his work and I was like expecting that he was going to do work. But no, he was sitting down at Cadbury. He was in the distribution.
There you go.
What is it? Distribution.
He was in the
something?
chocolate department actually
Yes.
at Cadbury's.
Whatever.
30
So
years.
He was there and I was thinking he was actually going to do work.
Yeah.
I see him with his feet on top of a chair.
Oh, she beat me to the story. I was going to mention that
Reading
actually.
a newspaper. And
Yep.
I'm like, Dad, this is your work? And then he's like, yeah.
He goes, "I'm playing. I'm playing."
All
That's
the
what he would always
machines
say.
take care of themselves. I just sit here. It's okay. Just watch
Actually,
the
no,
computer.
Diane, you're wrong. Occasionally he would turn over and hit a button. I
Yes.
remember that. I was like, "Dad, was that it?" But he did work his ass off at first when he was at Cadbury. He worked in the chocolate department, so he would always do the heavy lifting because back then it wasn't automated. But once the computers kicked in,
That was
the
it.
same
Button.
story. And I worked with my dad every day.
Yeah.
I would go downstairs every day. "Hey, Dad, working hard, eh?" He's there sitting there reading the paper. Of course, I'm making the money. My dad was a character, I tell you. And Wasaga Beach. He used to love Wasaga Beach. We used to go to Wasaga all the time.
Beach.
Exactly. His favorite movies, I got to mention this one. Actually, one of his favorite series was 10 Commandments.
Oh, yeah.
He's a huge
Charlton
fan.
Heston, baby.
Every year, Gary, around Easter time, we'd be watching.
It's a great movie.
It is a great movie.
Yeah.
We'd be watching 10 Commandments. And I remember I mentioned the other day when he came down and he's like, Charlton Heston looked like he had just done crack or something. He's like, "I just saw God, man." So anyways, my dad used to love Cheech and Chong.
Yep.
Used to love. Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Oh, yeah. How you
Come on,
doing?
man. Do a little bit of Cheech
What
and Chong. Yeah. And he also used to love Bond. James
Oh,
Bond.
yeah.
That's right. My dad was a huge fan of James Bond, and you can tell
Tijuana, too,
because
man.
a lot of the times I almost felt like my dad was going to turn to me and say Morgado. Eusebio Morgado. He just had that persona about him. He just had that very vivacious, very welcoming personality that everybody wanted to be his
The
friend.
man was slick.
Very slick. Very, very slick.
Cool
and his
He was a
biggest.
cool man.
He's cool man. And his biggest and most, like, his most favorite musician was an American.
Oh,
I know who it was.
here it comes.
You know who that is.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Oh,
much.
thank you.
I actually did a tribute video. You remember the video I did a long time ago. If YouTube allows this song to go through, I will probably do a tribute video for the YouTube video that I'm putting up, obviously, in a few days. We're going to play a third song for you right now. It's a little slower, obviously, but this one was definitely one that if you hear the lyrics in a different sort of way, it really makes sense to what we're talking about. So the song is, you ready there, Gary?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Yes. I heard a noise. So
my dad used to like Arnold too.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Commando.
Yes.
What's wrong with you? Commando is one of his favorites.
Cobra.
Cobra.
You know, a guy with
every Christmas.
a voice like
was
that,
it.
how can
Yeah.
a guy make it in movies?
I have
you
no
know?
idea, but my dad loved him
Because he was a macho man.
Yeah.
That's right.
These were
He's
macho
a big,
men.
huge guy. Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot to mention he used to love Sanford and Son as well, but that's not what I'm going to play right now. You remember Lamont?
Lamont,
Elizabeth!
Pop, how come you're not helping me unload the truck?
Hey,
coming to you.
you're
When I was
missing
little
one
boy.
thing I'm sure these have enjoyed.
Which one?
The WWF.
No.
He didn't
He
like.
didn't like wrestling that
He didn't
much.
like
No.
wrestling.
That was
Steve
Brian's
League.
dad. That was
League.
Brian. And yeah, Uncle John loved it.
Yeah,
Oh, my
Steve
God.
League.
No,
Brian's
my dad.
dad.
No.
Hulk
Hogan.
My dad would always
Number
say,
one,
"Ek grand mentira."
Garbage.
Ek grand mentira. My mom says that all the time now
Garbage.
too. So, Ek garbage. Anyway, we're gonna play.
Garbage.
We're gonna play another song. It's gonna get a little more emotional here, ladies and gentlemen. This is "Are You Lonesome Tonight" by one of the greatest American singers of all time, Elvis Presley. You're listening to the Del Morgado Show right here on Reality Radio. Hold on 1 second, Gary. I know this is definitely dedicated to my father. Reality Radio 101.
Are you lonesome tonight? Do you miss me tonight? Are you sorry we drifted apart? Does your memory stray to a bright summer day when I kissed you and called you sweetheart? Do the chairs in your parlor seem empty and bare? Do you gaze at your doorstep and picture me there? Is your heart filled with pain? Shall I come back again? Tell me, dear, are you lonesome tonight? I wonder if you're lonesome tonight. You know, someone said that the world's a stage and each must play a part. Fate had me playing in love with you as my sweetheart. Act 1 was where we met. I loved you at first glance. You read your lines so cleverly and never missed a cue. Then came Act 2. You seemed to change, you acted strange, and why I've never known. Honey, you lied when you said you loved me, and I had no cause to doubt you. But I'd rather go on hearing your lies than to go on living without you. Now the stage is bare, and I'm standing there with emptiness all around. And if he won't come back to me, then they can bring the curtain down. Is your heart filled with pain. Shall I come back again? Tell me, dear, are you lonesome tonight?
The following program may contain some adult language and mature subject matter, you know what I'm saying? But does not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of Reality Radio 101. You know what I'm saying? I'm leaving the building right now, but the advertisers and sponsors, they love this show. They love this Del Morgado stuff, you know what I'm saying? And here he is, my buddy, my friend, Mr. Del Morgado.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. That was Elvis Presley.
That was the worst imitation ever.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I thought you were going to play the song. I had another after break.
That would have been... you want me to play it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, hold on.
Actually, I like that song a lot. I think it's kind of fitting with
I'll play it. I'll leave your mics on.
Yeah, by all means.
Okay, and this song is... what's it called, do you know?
It's Amazing Grace.
Oh, wow, dude. Yeah. Beautiful. Hold on.
That's why I chose it.
There it is.
Yes. Listen.
So, one of the stories that I have about Dad was, I must have been, I think, 15 years old, and he was painting the house all day. And Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, had just come out. And I told Dad, or negotiated with him, listen, if I help you paint the house and all that, can you take us to the movies later? Because me and my buddy wanted to go watch. So he said, sure, he'd do it. Me and my buddy pitched in, worked all day long from morning until late afternoon, helping my dad get the house painted. And then just before 5 o'clock when it was the movie time, we're like, Dad, you promised you'd take us to watch a movie. And he goes, sure, no problem. I promised I'll take you guys, which is fantastic. I'm 15, of course, at this age, so he's going to pay for the movie and everything for me, and that's my reward for helping out. So he drives us. We used to live at around Bloor and Dundas, and so he drove us all the way to Bloor and Runnymede. There was a theater there. And he gets up to the theater, he pulls the car to the side of the road, and he drops us off. Well, we got there early enough. I mean, it must have been almost an hour before showtime, so we thought we had plenty of time. Dad dropped us off, and he took off. We go to buy our tickets, only to be told that because of the time that the movie is playing at, that we have to be accompanied by an adult. And me and my buddy are just sitting there completely distraught and sitting there going, geez, we just did all this painting, did all this work to negotiate coming to the movie, and now we're not even allowed to go into the theater. So, completely disappointed. I call home to, I know my dad's not going to be there just yet, but I leave the message with my mom to say, look, let Dad know that they're not letting us into the theater, and he needs to come back and get us because we have no way of getting home. It's not like we were young. We didn't know yet how to use the bus system or anything like that. So we just said, look, send Dad and tell him to come get us. So we sat there and we waited and we waited. About 15 minutes before the movie's going to start anyway, he shows up and he drives by and he sees us and he just goes, stay there and wait. He drives around the corner. He parks the car. And we're like wondering what's he up to. He comes out. And he goes, has the movie started yet? And we're like, no, Dad, it starts in 15 minutes. He goes, all right, come on. He takes us to the box office, and sure enough, he's like, all right, I need tickets for them and a ticket for me. And my dad actually went to go watch Return of the Jedi with the two of us. And I still remember at the time, I knew he was hating the movie. He didn't know what this was all about. None of this made any sense. He's seeing these creatures, these things, and come on, my dad never been to a movie all his life. But because of what we had done for him, that was his payback. Took us to the movies, and he sat through it with us until the movie was over. And to this day, still remember that memory.
I want to thank my brother Nelson for sharing that memory. I was there too. He forgot I was there, but then again, I'm easily forgetful, or forgot.
I forgot you're on the air right now.
I was here. But yeah, I was actually that was the first movie I ever saw was Return of the Jedi. So it explains my geekiness and
that just goes to show the integrity of your father, keeping his promise,
man of his word, very much so.
Right.
And I've taken that trait to heart. I am very much a man of what. If I say I'm going to do something, I'll do it. And you've been witness to a lot of that.
You've been very generous.
Yes, thank you.
I don't mean to interrupt you. Did you want me to read that email from Jen?
Yes, actually, Jen Hazard. She's got a show. I don't know if I should. Well, I can mention it. Sex by Hazard.
Yeah.
I got family listening, but it's all good. They might actually want to listen to it. Thursday nights at 10:30. She sent me an incredible email. I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, Jen, for sending that. So, Gary, please read that
Jen
for
writes
us.
and she says, "Hi, Gary. I doubt that I will call in tonight, but can you please give this message to Dell, forward it." And it says, "Dell, what a beautiful tribute to your dad. From what you have told me about him, he was an amazing man, and I see so many of those same qualities in the man that you have become. He would be very, very proud of you. Love you. You're a wonderful guy."
Thank you so much, Jen.
There you go.
I appreciate that. So,
and I did give her the $20 that you told me to give her.
I had to text her to make sure that she could be, she would be able to have that read over the internet. I really appreciate that. We have a couple of stories to share, actually, from my cousin Kathy's wedding. My cousin Kathy, she got remarried after she had a divorce, obviously. And it was very close to when my dad was about to pass away. My dad was sick, very, very sick. We're in the hospital. My cousin turns to me because I was supposed to DJ and I was supposed to perform at the wedding. I was supposed to play Austin Powers for her and I was supposed to DJ. She comes up to me and with a very, very heavy heart, and she says, "Dell," because obviously she didn't want me to not DJ. She was looking forward to it, and she said, "Dell, I will totally understand if you can't do the show." And I turned to her and I said, "Well, I don't think my dad would be too happy to hear something like that." I said it to her right there with my dad in the room. She privately spoke to me about this. And I said, "No, I will do it no matter what happens. I'll be there for you." And I was. We also asked my sister to sing that night, which she did. And, I was performing, trying to keep my shit together. I'm doing Austin Powers the whole bit. Sorry?
Poo-poo.
Poo-poo. That's right. My sister performed Never Had a Dream Come True by, who sings that one again?
S Club 7.
S Club 7. Of all the songs. But the thing that made it different was when you... Sorry.
At the end of the song...
what were the words? Because the words is what...
"A part of me will always be with you." But at that time when I sang it, I pointed up to the sky.
Yeah, and burst out.
And bursted out crying.
Yeah.
And then
everybody burst out. There wasn't a dry house or a dry eye in the house. And that was me dressed as Austin Powers of all things. And I'm crying my ass off. And it was just one of the most powerful performances. Because a song like that, you'd never expect it.
Yeah.
But because you took that song and made it yours.
Could Diana sing that for us?
If you wouldn't mind. Well, actually,
there
was... do you want to do that one, or do you want to do...
can do that one.
Okay, by all means. Go for it. Ladies and gentlemen, Diana Morgado. You're listening to the Del Morgado Show on Reality Radio 101.
I never had a dream come true till the day that I found you. Even though I pretend that I moved on, a part of me will always be with you.
Oh,
That was
beautiful.
awesome. That was awesome.
Thank you.
You're so sweet.
Yeah, well, you can imagine this was what, like, how long was
and it was the full song.
It was the full song, obviously, but it was it was a month after, I think, when Kathy got married.
And still, after everything we've said tonight,
Yeah.
it still doesn't even show. It pales.
No, not even
in comparison
nothing.
to the response. We've had other family members die, but
yeah,
the effect that the loss of your father.
Yeah,
it was the
a big
loss
one.
of Tijuan.
Oh, Uncle
you know
John.
what I mean? Like
in 1992.
They were the
when he
life of
passed
the
away.
party.
Yeah.
Like your dad was spirit. Christmas.
Both of them
became
Both of
a
them,
different thing.
Oh,
Like,
Christmas stopped.
We started
as far as we were concerned.
Like I remember it was the rotation.
Yeah,
We had
like
to
every
go
year
through,
for
we would
Christmas,
jump
what
into
we would do,
5,
the
6
whole
houses in one
but
night.
the whole family would come over
Oh,
to
but
my
wait a
dad's
minute.
place on the 25th.
We have to do the song.
All right, well, we're gonna have a Portuguese moment. This is a family moment for sure.
Go for it.
We got to explain this one. Every house that my dad would go visit, right?
Yeah.
We would always sing this song, and my cousins Tony and Jay, which is one of the main reasons I want them here, because they know how to sing this thing better than anybody else. And actually, before we do that, me, my sister, Brian, and Kathy, if I'm not mistaken, we did that video.
Yes.
Remember, we did the video of this song.
Yeah.
And the whole family was completely blown away when they heard this one. That was another one. Wasn't it Allegra? Yeah, it was the same song. Yeah. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna let you guys sing.
We
you
all
want me
have to
sing
do
too?
it. All
I
of
always
us.
mess up on the last part, guys.
It's okay. We got you. We got you.
Your part of the
Well, hold
song
on. Wait,
is-
wait. I'm the Morgado. Yeah, wait. I'm the Morgados. I'm after my dad, so I'll start with that part, and then you guys obviously would jump in. Is that cool? All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This is a total Morgado moment right here. Every Christmas. Allegra Susazia terra. Keep going. I don't know the rest. Alegria. Já nasceu desmenino, filho da Virgem Maria. If your dad is listening,
And then
he
no,
loves
but
us
we'd
right
start
now.
clapping
All the
and
time.
like,
All the time. Well, they would
Right
always
after.
do. They would always do like the extra part afterwards.
because
Yeah.
they're Portuguese,
oh
they
God,
actually
we didn't know
it.
that part.
We didn't know that part. We were like, okay, whatever, guys.
Yeah,
keep
I
going.
kind of do, but
It's
I'll
kind of like
butcher
the
it.
other guys. We
Yeah.
just learned to kind of make fun of them when they were
That's-
doing it, but then it became a family
It
thing.
did.
Yeah,
it
it
did.
did.
And the
No.
funny thing is after
waited
my.
for it.
Oh, sorry, Jay.
I know the rest,
Do you?
but I'm
Oh,
not gonna do
God.
it.
What does that
so
mean
broken.
exactly? What
it
you
was
could you translate what you just sang?
That's a tough
Um,
one.
God
It was about God. Yeah, God
the
bless this-
land
it's
we
about the birth of
live
the
on.
Yeah.
We sing with joy and happiness.
Wow, she's good.
About the Virgin Maria.
Yeah.
Wow.
That made
That son,
the
the
child
son of
Jesus.
yes.
you
Oh,
know?
something
wow.
Like that.
Holy cow. That's pretty good.
Yeah, the
Del,
rest
what's
of-
wrong with you, man? How come-
I don't know.
I don't
I do
know.
Arnold every week.
The rest of the song is
Yeah.
saying how from nothing it was made.
For the story of the
Okay.
nativity, you know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
How they had to go to where they did.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
had the baby. Yeah.
Wow.
And that's a song by Jorge Ferreira, by
Yes,
the
it
way.
is. Yes, it
there you
is.
go.
Again, one of my dad's
BTW.
favorite
Yes. Portuguese
favorite
icon.
Portuguese singers. Yeah, absolutely.
Icon, man.
So, yeah, that. Oh
least
man,
it
that's
was.
crazy. I'm
That's
sure your dad
Christmas.
was sitting around and he
That-
was
that
like,
is
"Oh
Christmas.
boy, here we go."
Del, my dad loves you.
Yes,
But
I
he
love your
doesn't
dad.
listen to your show.
I know the
Too
content.
much coarse language,
That's
too
right,
much
too much.
swearing.
Hey, no, guys, Jesus, please.
Jesus pleasure, nos fala assim.
Jesus will get mad.
He'll get mad. Yeah. Well, I'll never forget that Portuguese video that we did, and I said the Jesus pleasure, and it was just too funny. It was like,
that was don't forget.
oh,
to
wait.
pray.
Hold on. Someone just came in. Here we go.
And I thought my jokes were bad.
Oh boy. Well, we have a comedy clip this week. I mean, this is the Del Morgado show.
And are we keeping these mics live during this?
I know you can cut that.
Yeah, you better, right? Okay.
I decided to go with actually a comic that I mentioned this joke to my dad, and this is very much in keeping with the theme. I mentioned this joke to my dad, and my dad actually did it quite a lot. So I'll let the father of comedy tell this joke unlike anybody else can. Mr. Bill Cosby, you are listening to the Del Morgado Show right here on Reality Radio 101.
I used to think that my father was an idiot because the man could not complete a full sentence. I now understand why he sounded that way. See, when you're a father, you censor yourself. You try not to curse. You get just as angry with a child, and you don't want to say, well, what the filth, and I'll bust your filth and foul, and I'll filth your face, and yeah, you filth and foul, foul, filth, and I'll filth, and you're foul, filth. Well, you don't want to say that to a child, so you censor yourself, and you sound like an idiot. So what the? Get your... I'll put a... Get out of my face! And because of my father, between the ages 7 through 15, I thought my name was Jesus Christ. To Jesus Christ! And my brother Russell thought his name was Damn It. Damn it, will you stop all that noise? Jesus Christ, sit down! So one day I'm out playing in the rain. My father said, damn it, will you get in here? I said, Dad, I'm Jesus Christ. But you see, fathers are more fun than mothers because fathers are the only people in the house who are allowed to have gas. And they don't care either. They just sit right there and you always know when they're finished because they say, oh, boy. My father would do it and blame it on invisible animals. You see that elephant run under there? And my brother was dumb enough to look for it. Now here comes my mother. All right, oh, Lord, what happened in here? So, Mom, there's an elephant under Dad's chair. Did you see it? No, but it lifted Dad up about 2 feet. Do you know my father's favorite game? Come here and pull my finger.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, I told my dad that joke about the farting and the animal. He did it all the time after
With the
that.
elephant.
The elephant. He even did it to my sister.
Yes.
When she was like...
He'd fart, and then it's like, oh... Did you see it?
Yeah.
It was the elephant. It went over there. I swear.
And I'd be like, I saw it, Dad. I saw it. It was right under the knee. I do it actually all the time with Mom.
If only more families could see what we all live like at home,
we'd
all have peace on earth.
See,
We all realize what kind
for
of
me, I
ninnies
blame
we
the
all are.
Mexican barking spider.
That's
all the time. That's why I had to play that clip. You were saying because I did
Every
play that one
parent has
before.
names for their kids.
I remembered I played, but I didn't play that following clip with the fart because I remember when I heard that part, I was like, "That's my dad right there," because he would always fart and be like, "Epa."
What was the ducks?
The ducks. I told him that joke though. I was like, I go, Dad, you got to hear this, and my dad loved it. He loved it. He loved Bill Cosby.
Or you blame another person in the room.
Yeah,
that's the best.
Diane, huh?
The
Why
least
are you
obvious.
farting?
The least obvious.
With the Jesus
Talking to the mic,
Christ.
brother.
Yeah, with the Jesus
There you go.
Christ and
Yeah,
with the they used to have names for us too. Kurishjan,
all the time.
Torturas.
Alma de
Dios.
Gary has no idea what we're saying. Alma Diab is soul of the devil. So they would call us soul
You
of the
had
devil.
to have something bad inside you for what you've been
like,
doing.
You're a pure devil.
You're not mine. You're the son of the devil. You know, like you're devil spawn.
Oh yeah, my dad. He was super religious too. My father. He was beyond.
Jesus
super
praise you.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
That means Jesus is upset.
Jesus will yell at you.
Jesus wouldn't do that.
Jesus will punish you. That's it.
That's
Jesus
right.
will punish you.
That's right. And actually, the man who said that, the man who said Jesus pleasure the most was your dad.
The most.
And,
oh my God.
Because it is my dad's birthday tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry to get serious again. Sorry.
yes.
But we might as well play the clip that your father was very, very gracious enough to give us, and I
40
very
years,
much
and
appreciate
that's the best
this.
English he's got, man. So
That's
this is
right.
what
No,
you're getting.
I very much appreciate this. This is my Uncle Tony, and it's a very short clip.
My papa.
But this
That's
is
our
my
daddy.
Tony and Jason's dad, and Carla as well. And this is his message to my dad.
Okay, tomorrow make your birthday, Eusebio. God bless your soul, and every day I pray to God for your soul.
You said he got emotional.
Yes.
Yeah, it was
after
hard
that.
for him to
It was
even
very
stay in the room.
difficult.
How old is your dad, guys?
67.
Yeah.
67.
2 years.
Just
And
a
him
baby
and-
in
and
Canadian.
my father
yeah.
and him,
You know what I mean?
they worked
Still got
together.
100 years.
2 years.
2 years. Yeah, they worked
Yeah.
together. Actually, he started working. My uncle Tony started working at Cadbury before my father.
Really? Yeah.
And he actually, I noticed that because it was on the seniority list. And I was like, hey, Uncle Tony's #1.
Yeah.
Did you guys get a lot of candy? Did he bring home?
all the time.
Have you not
All
seen
the
our bellies
time.
when
Yeah,
we walk into this place?
It's not Molson
Yeah.
Muscle, Gary.
Yeah.
It's
I
more
thought it
like
was
the
beer.
Labatt
It was,
Lard.
oh yeah, well, there's a little bit of mixture.
yeah.
It's
you
not
know.
really Labatt Lard. It's Cadbury.
Cadbury
Cadbury
crap.
Lard.
What was
Cadbury cushion.
Nielsen's.
Nielsen's. Actually, it was
Oh,
Nielsen's
yeah.
back in
Yeah.
the day,
Yes.
and then it
Oh,
became
yes.
Cadbury.
Good
and now
food, a
it's
good
crap.
chocolate.
Loved
I
it.
love the
Mr.
chocolate.
Big.
My
Ain't-
dad was always the highlight of the neighborhood.
Ain't
He
nothing
was
like
the,
Sweet
for
Maria.
Halloween. For Halloween,
Sweet
Remember
Maria.
that?
Oh.
And you know
the
what?
Chocolates I used to give out to kids, and they'd be like, "That house, they get candy, they get chocolates,
Full-size
full
chocolate
size,
bars.
full size."
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, we
Hey,
didn't F
man.
around over at the Morgado
Oh,
house.
Sweet Marie, bud. Sweet Marie was
That's right.
#1.
Oh, Sweet Marie.
I'd have to come change my mask and come around again.
Oh yeah. Well,
Keep
my
going,
dad-
right?
People used
My
to do
dad
that.
was
Yes,
really-
and we were
People
very
used to do that.
generous
Yeah.
too. And I used
Oh.
to do a big event.
Hey,
at,
he was
you know.
cool about it. It's okay. Good idea. Here, take another one.
Well, I tell you, man, when it came to Halloween, everybody loved the Morgado house. I tell you.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Well, again, I want
Practically
to
a family
thank
business.
everybody who said something kind and said something nice
Sorry.
about my. Oh,
That's all right.
Reality Radio
That's
101.
now that's the Del
That's
Morgado.
a-
that's the Del Morgado
Levity,
show.
damn it. A little
Hey,
jocularity
for those
tonight.
of you who have never heard the Del Morgado show before, which I know there's a lot of family lessons.
Pull my finger, Del.
That's normal between
yeah,
us.
yeah.
And there's a lot of F-bombs, absolutely. But I definitely, like I said earlier, I wanted to do, this was something that I wanted to do because my dad's birthday is tomorrow. And guys, if you don't mind, I would like to sing Happy Birthday.
Would you do it in Portuguese?
Yeah, Tony actually knows it
Oh,
in
that'd be
Portuguese. That's why
beautiful.
Jason is pointing at him very...
He should go first.
and
then we'll come
Diane,
in.
you know how to do it in Portuguese as well.
harmonize with
And
you.
we will all sing if that's okay. Gary, if you don't mind.
We'll hit it up in
why would I
English.
mind?
Well,
Are you
singing as
kidding?
well because you know,
Right
and his
after
name is
they're done.
Eusebio. Yeah, I don't know. if you-
Eusebio?
Eusebio.
Okay.
So we'll all
Yeah, but
do
it-
a big happy birthday.
We'll
The
do
Portuguese-
English.
the
We'll do English
Portuguese,
after they're done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll do the English version
the
afterwards.
Portuguese version of Happy Birthday doesn't
Yeah.
add people's names
You
in
should
it.
add
So
Oh, yeah, that's
there's
true.
nothing to worry
That's
about
true.
there.
So, guys, why not? I mean, it's almost 11 o'clock. We're an hour away, but it is his birthday.
Are you ready?
I'm absolutely ready. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to sing in Portuguese to my father. Well, not me, because I'm not going to sing this part. But Tony and my sister Diana will be singing Happy Birthday in Portuguese.
Parabéns a você nesta dia tão linda.
Muitas
felicidades.
Muitos anos de vida.
Wow.
Aw, so sweet. So sweet.
That was, I was like, get Tony out of here.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, shut
And
up.
now
brother,
we'll do a big happy birthday for my dad right now. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Eusebio. Happy birthday to you. Thank you, guys.
Wow, some of that
was
could have been a
great.
take, actually.
I know. We could actually record
Wow.
that and use it. But
Now, you know,
yes,
you do have a lot of Portuguese listeners.
Yes,
you know
I
that,
do, I
right?
do,
When we see our
yes.
stats.
Absolutely.
Would you maybe, for the rest of the world, if you don't mind, for 1 minute,
Yeah.
maybe just say, give us a quick Portuguese lesson. Hi, how are you? What is your name? Could you do that for us, Diana?
Diane's probably better at that than I would be.
How would you say
Okay,
hello?
but I have
Yeah.
to do it the Açorian
Yeah,
way.
go for
Okay.
it. Yeah, it's not. Well,
Yeah,
we have
we're
Portuguese
Açorians,
listeners
not,
from Portugal.
Portuguese.
They're not really from the islands, which is where my parents.
Azores.
Yeah, the
Yeah, from the
continents
Azores.
and the islands.
So, yeah,
It's
the
like-
majority of the listeners are from Portugal itself.
right.
Yeah.
Consider it like this: there's Canadian English, and then there's Newf English.
There you go.
True.
That's
Right?
pretty much
That's
it.
true.
So,
It's kind of like that.
Well, we
there you
just
go.
lost some listeners there.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, we don't care. Screw you.
On the islands, we're more
Yeah,
rusty.
or the
Yes,
French.
that's all.
Screw you.
That's right.
In your eye.
So Diana, if you will, give us a little. Yeah.
Olá, como é que estás? Estás bom aí?
Yeah,
rapaz, como é que estás por aí?
Tá bem, mulher?
Oh, tá tudo bom aí.
Bien, gracias. Oh, no, that's Spanish. Bien, gracias.
That's the wrong
Ben-
language,
that's
man.
like
Bene.
Spanish.
Kelly, what's wrong with
Ben-
you?
Bon,
We'd
no,
start
bon.
off with a bon dia, good day.
Bon dia.
Yes.
Nice.
Bon dia. Well,
Como é
right
que
now,
estás?
wouldn't it be?
How are you?
Wouldn't it be boa tarde?
Boa
Okay.
tarde.
Portugal.
Oh, boa noite, because
No.
right now it's good night.
It would be boa noite.
But bon
That's
noite
right.
would
Bon
be more
mignon.
to say
Yeah.
Good night. Yeah,
Right.
go to
That's
sleep.
right. Yes. Well, I
So
hope.
you'd come in, hey, boa tarde.
I know this. I don't mean to jump back into this, but I hope I made my father proud tonight.
Oh, of
Oh,
course.
For
When
sure.
don't you make your
That's
father
my
proud?
You know,
dude?
I got family listening, and I hope that you guys are. I mean, when I first originally posted this, and I asked people what their thoughts were about me doing a show dedicated to my father, I got nothing but positive responses. Everybody. Sorry, it's my throat. I'm not actually getting. I'm okay right now. I got really good results. When I made that picture for my father, with the, that
The
border
framed
and,
In
the, and
memory
all
of.
that kind of stuff, everybody was like, "Oh my God, that looks really amazing." I did not want to do. I mean, I didn't want this to be a tacky show. I didn't want this to be something that was going to be thought of as a cheap stunt, because this is not a stunt. I firmly believe that my father deserves a show. He deserves
sir.
one.
Amen.
He was a great man. When he passed away, it was the toughest moment of my life. And when we were all, I'll never forget this moment. I don't mean to get all serious, but it has to be said. When we were all in the funeral home, and we were all together, there was a moment there that I will never forget, and all of us shared it. It was when I literally broke down, and I started crying beyond belief. And my cousins came to me. You guys came to me at that moment. My cousin Jay was the first one. That's why I'm looking at him. And he literally gave me like the biggest hug. And then Tony, you came up to me, and Brian, and and Roger was there as well. And then I'll never forget, you guys said, "Let it out." And I did. I completely let it out. And then my sister, the cutest little thing, comes in and goes, "What about me?" And we had one of the most touching moments. The love is there. Our family, the Morgado family, has a very strong love for each other. We all love each other. We don't say it enough. And I want to say this to all my family. I want to say it also to my fans, because I believe my fans are my family, or else I wouldn't do something like this. If I didn't believe that and I have that heart like my father did. I believe that, it treats someone the way you want to be treated. That's my personal belief. And Gary, I treat you every time with the utmost respect. I treat all my friends with the utmost respect, because I respect all my friends, and I love all my friends, and I love all of you guys for being here today. I love the fact that I'm doing this show, and I love doing what I do, and I appreciate everything.
I love
We
you
love
too.
you, brother.
There you go. A perfectly good moment.
Hey, and just a quick comment here.
Yeah.
What parent wouldn't be proud of their kid following their dream?
Thank you.
It's true.
Right?
Thank you.
Absolutely.
And that takes more courage than anything else you do in your life.
Thank you very much.
Right? To let yourself be judged, trust me, man, your dad is proud.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Good. I
I
appreciate that, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Because I mean, I was a little hesitant to start doing the show, as you know, Gary, and I mean, Gary obviously welcomed me with open arms. The guys at Geek Card, I will always appreciate what they did for me, because they brought me into this Reality Radio 101 family, because I met Gary and I met them. Geek Card, obviously, with Andrew and Mr. Green, great guys, some of the best guys I've known. They brought me in. I'm doing the show every week, and I love doing this show. I love doing the Del Morgado show, and I love entertaining all you guys. And I'm going to keep doing it, man.
Yeah,
Good, because I need a new roof. No,
Yes,
only
that's
kidding.
right.
Only kidding.
But
Only
Gary,
kidding.
honestly, I just want to say thank you from the bottom
Don't
of
thank
my heart.
me.
Well, I'm thanking you, man.
I appreciate that. You're
Yeah.
welcome, but it's not me.
Yeah. Well,
I
it's,
just
you know.
I live in the basement. I push buttons. That's it.
right.
It's you. It's
Yeah.
your show.
Well, I appreciate that, and I thank all you guys for showing up. I know you guys are busy. I know you guys are doing your thing.
Oh,
I
yeah.
appreciate my family for especially Brian, my cousin Kathy, Pasquale, your mom, your dad. I'm talking obviously Tony and Jason's dad and mom, Richard, Diniz, and I want to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart, and Nelson. Yes, my brother, who I didn't think was gonna I asked him to write me a little email, a little story and whatnot, and he was the one who actually suggested doing the audio clips. So
that right there is a good story. Just like Gary
Yeah.
was saying before, it really tells the character of your father.
absolutely,
know?
absolutely, my dad was top notch.
Well, I would imagine everybody would say, "You're welcome."
I like that.
Because
That was
definitely
great.
everywhere you go, you're definitely welcome.
Thank you.
Another thing
I
too, he was
appreciate
very
that.
inspiring with
Yeah.
everything that we did. He was
Oh, yeah.
always the one to say, you know what, you can do it. I
Yeah.
want, he would get me concerts and stuff that I would have to do.
My
like
God,
in
we were running
Portuguese.
around with foil on our faces, and he was laughing.
Did you
know what I
guys
mean?
put on little plays and stuff for?
What, you
your
didn't see
friends?
these videos? These were little plays. These
Yeah,
were
little videos and whatnot.
month-long productions.
That's the thing.
Actually-
Every video that Del made, his dad would sit down in front of the TV
and watch it.
Be the first.
He would watch.
Actually, there's an
like-
interesting story, which oh my god, I completely forgot to mention. I was trying to make the mask for Cobra Commander, and my dad. We were struggling there. I kid you not, for like an hour and a half, trying to make this mask because the Cobra Commander character had this shiny mask. And when my dad was getting really, really, really sick, he was starting to lose his memory because obviously the cancer had gotten into his brain. We were trying to ask him questions to see if he would remember certain things. Like we were asking him just basic questions. Diane was there when she saw that.
Yeah.
And I said to my dad, I go, well, do you remember what we did last week? And then he turns to me and goes, we were trying to make that stupid mask. And he said that to me, and I just, and I was just, I laughed so hard. I go, he's good. And my dad was always the type of guy that, we could, get a beer. Let's go for the beer.
Cerveja.
Cerveja, and all that kind of stuff. He was just a fun, loving guy, all around fun guy.
Oh yeah, even
And-
like when you're saying even when he was really sick, he
Yeah.
wouldn't show it.
No,
and
he didn't.
One of the last times I got to see your dad before he
Yeah.
passed
Yeah.
in the hospital, we walked into the room, and the
Mhm.
first thing he ended up saying to us is, "Look at these." How he said it in Portuguese.
You can say it in Portuguese.
Essas queridas caras.
Beautiful faces.
Beautiful
Look
faces.
at these beautiful faces,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Because me, my brother, and my father all at the same time walked in the room, right?
Right.
And for him, it was, hey, my little brother with
Yeah,
his sons,
with his kids. Yeah.
very nice. But he was laughs and chuckles the
Yeah,
whole time.
He
right?
never let on that he was
Yeah.
sick. He
No.
never did. And we
Yeah.
didn't even know.
He was strong for
We
your
had no
mother
idea.
until
Yeah.
until the end too, right?
Until the end. And I'll never forget when he told me he knew he was going to
Well,
pass. He knew.
yeah.
I remember your brother telling me the story where he wouldn't even take a sip of wine
Yeah.
because he was so optimistic that he believed he would get better.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what I mean?
very true.
That's how much
Very
fight
true.
he had
Yeah.
inside of him. Like,
Well, I'll never forget
I
when-
don't want to touch the wine because
Yeah.
it might affect him. And where your brother just wanted to tell him, just drink.
Yeah, just drink
Just
it,
have
drink it.
one.
Yeah,
Enjoy.
yeah, yeah.
You know what
exactly.
I mean?
Enjoy what, And I'll never forget what he said to me about my sister. He said, no matter what happens, you make sure that your sister's taken care of. And what did I do? I let you
ended
in.
up living
and you lived with me,
upstairs.
and it was the worst 6 months of my life.
Because I took up your space.
Yes, absolutely.
But she's got the cable and you don't.
That's right. But I tried to, and I let her live her life. I stay out of your business as much as possible.
It's true.
Because I believe that the only way you can grow is by doing it yourself.
Mhm.
And that's the lesson that my dad taught me. He taught me, hey, you got to live your life, live it. Do what you got to do. It's like Brian was saying earlier. Just do your thing.
Well, she's managed not to chase her man away, so she's
That's
got to
right.
be doing pretty
That's
good.
right. She's doing very good.
7 years.
Very
Two
good.
thumbs up.
And she's a very responsible girl. And Dad would obviously be very
I
proud
pay
of
my
you.
bills.
That's right. But he would be very proud of you and what you've accomplished. And he would
Daddy's
say,
little girl over there.
And hold on, my dad
I
would
was.
actually turn to her and say, "This me querida filha."
Yeah.
You know what else he'd probably say?
Yeah.
You've done very good, Bam Boom.
Yes,
No, I think that's what you would say.
Yeah, okay, that's what I would say.
Oh God! Don't even start with
Which
that
one?
song.
Sorry.
Oh, we used to drive
Oh, Diana.
Yeah, we gotta do that real quick. Why not? Please stay with
God.
me.
Oh God!
Diana.
Please shoot me.
That was like
I hate that song. You guys were
that
tormenting
was huge
me with
torment.
that song.
Jeez,
All
just
we did
got
was
you
sing
good.
to her. Most
Yeah.
girls would
No.
like it
Yeah,
if somebody
serenading.
No.
I don't know about that.
Hatred.
You guys were yelling like, oh God! It sounded like a sheep was
Pain.
getting like choked or something.
Pain.
And she
It
couldn't
was
escape
horrible.
because she was trapped in the truck with
Gary,
us
I gotta
all.
ask you real quick. I'm not used to going an extra hour. If we got same rules apply. We got an extra like 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Okay, perfect.
Go ahead.
Because I mean, I'm not done yet.
Go ahead.
So yeah, okay, maybe I am done.
No
Unless
problem.
you guys have anything else.
What?
You wanna...
What? You don't think we could talk about your dad for?
we
like
can keep
several
on going for
days?
hours
Yeah, we can
and
talk about
days
days
and
and
weeks.
days and days.
You know
I'll
what I
never
mean?
forget
Come on,
actually
man.
when we were hanging out at when we were doing with the wake, and we all turned to each other like this. Why is it? And this is again in keeping with my dad's theme. It's like, why is it we always see each other at weddings and funerals?
Funerals, yeah.
All the time.
That was a changer.
That's like
That
everyone,
was-
though.
Yeah, but that was what changed everything.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah.
we were like,
we
you
kind
know
of
what?
forced to change there.
This is it. We got to do this.
Yeah,
you
we
know?
got to get closer
Yes.
Because, you know-
it's too damn quick life.
Actually, I got to share
It's
something
too
real
damn
quick.
quick.
The Christmas thing, because we all used to go to my parents'
Yep.
place. 2 years after my dad passed away, I turned to my mom, and I said, "Why don't we do like the old days, and show up at everybody's house
Yep.
on Christmas Day, which is what we do now."
Yep.
So every time, and who's the one who starts? Agnes. Okay, we don't need to sing that one again.
Hey, but you have to remember,
Yeah.
like if you want to look at our family like a family tree, then your
Yeah.
dad was the root, and when he was gone, so did
it
a
was
lot of the
yeah.
spirit go with
the
him.
spirit. I
Right.
agree. I agree.
Because the
A lot of
reality
spirit.
was, like I said, we used to have the rotation. We'd
Right.
start off with Christmas
Yeah.
with your mom's factory and the
I
big
remember
party,
that.
getting together.
Those were great
and they
times.
would be
Yeah.
dancing all night.
Yep.
And you knew.
Christmas was around the
this
corner.
was
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Ah, the rotation was coming.
Yeah.
Right? We were going to
And we would
everybody's
go. We
house.
would do like
2 days
The
of
funniest
like
thing was
20 houses.
everybody. Yeah, but everybody would come over one day for my dad, but then
Yeah,
we'd have
man.
to
That
you
your
know,
dad
separate
was the
everybody
focal
else. With it.
point.
Yeah.
Your
Christmas
dad was the
Eve.
full.
Yeah.
Everybody would go to your dad's
He had
place,
to.
Christmas
and then from
Eve.
there it
That
would just break out.
basement,
Okay,
bro.
we'll go to this
Oh
person's
my
house.
God!
That
It's,
person's
thank
house.
God you just
Everywhere.
reminded me of
That
that. 'cause
basement,
Kathy,
man.
Hold on, I gotta. Kathy, I'm so sorry, I forgot to say that. Because my birthday was always on December 20th, obviously.
Yes.
And Kathy actually reminded me of this. Thank you, Kathy. I completely missed this. She actually goes, one more. Every Christmas Day, when we came over, late in the evening, he would always pull out that birthday cake. And he would come out from the cold cellar. He was so excited to have us all sing happy birthday for you.
Hey, man, you were his Christmas present.
I was.
Portuguese Christmas parties, you don't have turkey. And
That's
stuff
right,
Like that.
that's right.
You got
Thank you,
shrimps
Kathy, again
and
for that
lobsters
one.
and crabs.
that's
and
right.
Yeah, you know
so,
the midnight
thank
buffet.
God.
The midnight
Thank
buffet.
God there was a
that's
piece
like
of white
Christmas.
cake.
Well, Kathy went on. She goes, "Oh, what about all the fancy fruit he would cut up?
Oh,
the
so good.
watermelon,
Yes, the watermelons.
pineapple, the
Oh,
funny
God.
shapes. He was the best.
The
He'd
man.
make baskets
He
out
was
of
the
watermelon.
man, the
Thank
myth,
you again,
the
Kathy,
legend.
for that. That was incredible. She sent me that like what was it, like 10 minutes before
Hey,
we
man.
went on the air.
The
Your
man,
dad,
the myth,
your
the
dad
legend.
was one of Santa's secret elves, man.
Absolutely.
I'm telling
Absolutely.
you,
He
the
was an
Christmas
angel.
spirit was
He was
locked
an
up
angel.
with him.
I know I have a very difficult time now dancing. You know, because the spirit, my dad's spirit.
I have a hard
It's
time
gone.
singing now.
You
'Cause
do?
He used to be the one that used to inspire me and get me all these shows and stuff. And ever since he passed, I stopped.
I
Unless
didn't
it's
know that.
karaoke and stuff. But that's
I was
karaoke.
gonna say, yeah, karaoke never stops. you.
Karaoke, that's another
That's
story.
nothing. That's the
nothing.
Yeah, but no,
Once
I
again,
mean,
back
I
to the
appreciate you
roots.
singing tonight. That was fantastic. And
Oh.
I mean, I you know what? I kind of apologize for bringing you on the show tonight because.
Why? It's about time.
Why?
No, but I mean, my sister should.
It's quite
You
the
always
topic
come
to
back
start
again.
off with.
Going back
I want
to
my
the
sister to come back
protecting the
again.
little
Hey, it's quite the
sister.
topic
Yeah,
to
but
start
She's
off
the
with.
baby
yeah,
of the
It's a tough
babies.
one to bring my sister into because it was kind of emotional there for a few moments.
She was the youngest cousin.
Diane, if you want to come back again,
I was the last
obviously.
one of the generation.
And Gary, you know
She's
how to
the
play.
baby. Yeah,
Obviously,
She was the surprise.
Gary knows.
Peekaboo.
Hold on,
I'm
Gary
here.
knows how to play some guitar. So
Uh-oh.
next time,
Or piano if she wants. to.
Oh.
there you go.
From this moment.
Actually,
God.
yeah, Diane, would you mind singing one more time? We've got a few more minutes. I know that you know from this moment.
Life
Shania
has
Twain.
begun.
My-
Are horrible.
And
From
Shania
this
Twain, and this would
moment.
mean a lot to me because
Oh,
Shania
you
Twain
are
is my
the
favorite
one.
country western singer. She's
Yes.
amazing. So, what are you looking at Jay
I
like
was
that
looking
for?
at him 'cause
You're
it's
like, I got it, play.
How many times did you tell us?
Yeah.
Don't interrupt. Try not to interrupt.
No,
Don't
no,
interrupt.
it's okay. Don't worry.
At least let me talk.
Hey,
Well,
Del-
we were still talking.
Del, haven't you said I was priceless behind a
You are
microphone before?
priceless, and you
See,
got
Kalatabuka.
Yeah, I would
Okay,
say
okay,
no
yeah, yeah.
value.
Jay, you got a heart of gold, bro.
Absolutely.
You got a heart of gold. And Tony,
Yeah,
I love
whatever.
you, man.
And stick
And
around for
Diana-
pictures
Yeah,
afterwards.
of course,
Oh,
of course,
man.
we have to. Diana, if you wouldn't mind, and then we'll close out the show after that, Gary.
With some hot rods.
So we're not going to close on her song.
No.
No. He's like, no.
No, you don't want to go.
But Diana, if you don't mind, listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is Diana Morgado performing From This Moment On by Shania Twain.
From this moment. Sorry.
Get closer to the mic.
Life has begun from this moment. You are the one. Right beside you is where I belong. From this moment on, I give my hand to you with all my heart. I can't wait to live my life with you. I can't wait to start. You and I will never be apart. My dreams came true because of you. Thank you very much.
Whoa,
oh
I
God,
was
that
like-
was like
I was like, where's the
awkward.
crescendo? I'm like, wait a
You know,
minute.
It sucks. The thing is that sucks.
No, that was
You
incredible.
cracked the
because-
glass.
It sucks because you're sitting down. You're just like, oh,
Yeah,
here
but
we go.
sing it. Listen, I'm a producer. Okay, singing a cappella is the most
tough.
difficult
It's
thing in
Yes,
the world.
and when you're sitting, it's even more complicated.
Yeah,
you do it so
You gotta
good.
stand up. You gotta.
Yeah. No, it's,
You know.
that's
You
completely.
did it
but
very
you did
good.
incredible.
Oh, God.
Thank you very
Absolutely.
much. So
We're
much.
all
God, it
melting.
is-
You're your
We're
own
all
worst
melting.
judge.
We're
I was
melting.
a
Stop
little
judging
tear
yourself.
coming down.
Yeah.
Damn it, I
Stop
appreciate
judging
it.
Yes.
Don't judge yourself. You're amazing.
Do it because you love it.
That's right.
and
I
no
do
other
love it,
reason.
but you
That's
always
As Dad
got.
would
It's like
say-
an artist.
As Dad would say, hey.
Just do
Keep
it.
on going. Keep
Just
on
do
going.
it.
Hey.
But the thing is, it's like an artist. You're
Yes.
never happy with your work.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
never happy with your work.
Because I can't stand action.
Yeah, you never.
You always
never-
want to do better.
That's
you always
right.
want to.
You are 100%.
You never
right.
finish your
Sempre
work. You have to
friends.
abandon
Sempre
it.
friends.
But
Always
Diana,
ahead.
Thank you so much.
What would the
I
two
appreciate
guys
it.
say? Butt
Who?
and butt. Your buddies.
Who?
Pork and chop. What would they
Pork
say?
and chop.
What
I
would
don't know.
they say?
What would they say?
To sing. How would they say it?
You got to sing. Hey,
Yeah.
you got to sing for me.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh,
I
God.
think conta
Sing
bien.
it
This
for
is
me.
me. This is me. Conta bien.
Well, Gary,
Are you ready, buddy?
We're almost ready. Before we leave, guys, I just want to thank you again from the bottom of my heart for being here tonight. And if you guys want to say goodnight to everybody at home, you'll get your second chance when we do the outro. So if there's anybody you want to say hello to, obviously, I know exactly who you want to say your hellos to.
Yes, my little sunshine at home.
That's right.
My sweetheart. You know, the one I love.
That's right. You can say
My
her name.
sweet
She was
Sonia.
on the show.
Hey, I got to build up to the woman, man. She's
All
well
right,
worth it.
I'm sorry.
You know,
Go for it.
it's a long climb up the mountain
Yes.
to the
She's
pedestal
my
I put up
wifey.
for her.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Go for it.
Well, Sonia, I love you, baby.
There you go. Jason?
Just want to say hi to my beautiful blue-eyed devil, Danielle.
I love
and,
that.
What's happening, KJ?
There you go.
Khalil.
Oh, hi, Ma. Hi, Dad. Love you both.
That's right. Oh,
I love you, mommy. I love you,
Jay.
Daddy.
We have to say, Jay. We also have
Ma
to say...
e pai bans.
Deixa-te avançar, querido.
Deixa, querido. Ai, me deixa, querido.
We also have to say hi to the angry listener and thank you for not calling.
Yes. Hello, angry listener.
Hello, angry listener.
Thank you for listening
Yes.
and not
Jay,
calling in.
We have to say hi to Jay.
And hello,
and Mike Gray.
Hello, young lady, Miss Carrie.
That's right. And Diana.
I'd like to say hello to my Carlistas, also known as Carlos. That's my little thing I have. And Mabans, if you're listening.
That's
oh,
right,
man.
Mabans,
If I don't
Mabans.
say that, oh, God.
And she always says, what does she always say? Juiz na cabeça.
Juiz na cabeça.
What does that mean?
Deixa bansu.
What does that mean?
Use your head.
That's right.
Or lavish stokes.
Yeah,
Deixa bansu.
Deixa bansu is God bless you.
There you go.
And what does lavish
Sont
stokes mean?
You're going to get it.
So, Gary,
why do I feel like I want to eat something Portuguese?
Like some pork
I'm getting
chops.
hungry.
Hey,
Some pork
tomorrow
chops.
night is Boys' Night In.
That's
when it's
right.
my rotation, I'm bringing in some
All
Portuguese
right, I
chicken.
can't wait for
A
that.
little
buddy, I can't either.
chorizo with
When you
the
see that, when you
eggs.
taste that Portuguese
The little
chicken,
round
I
change
can't
your
wait,
life.
man.
It'll
With
change
the
your
rice.
life.
I'm
A little
getting hungry.
tostamista.
So there you go, guys. So I want to again
Thank you again, Del, for having
No,
us.
thank you, guys.
Thank
You guys
you,
are the best.
brother.
You guys are the best. And Diana, I hope you come back.
For sure.
And
One more
Jay,
time.
Tony,
I love you.
I love you.
Ow! There you go. Well, the music is kicking in, guys, so shut up.
Shh, Superman.
All right. I can barely hear it, bro. You gotta crank that up, man. That's my end of music. All right, there we go.
Because he wants to hear us more.
Well, it seems all good things must come to an end. But my ass will be back next week. Same time, same channel. I'll be downloading the show on my website, which is www.dfhstudios.com, and also on YouTube as well. Type in DFH Studios and you'll get all my videos. If you have any comments, suggestions, or topics for the show, email me at dfhstudios@hotmail.com. You can also join my Facebook page for funny pics and constant updates. Facebook.com/DFH Studios. And I'm also on Twitter at Del Morgado Show. I want to thank Mr. Gary Labar, the man behind the Iron Curtain. Say goodnight, Gary Labar.
Good night, everyone.
There you go. And guys, say goodnight to everybody at home.
Good night.
Okay, just so I don't forget. Good night, sissy.
There you go.
My sister Carla.
That's right. I want to thank
Lord and James, I love you very much.
One day you'll hear it.
Michael,
There you
what's
go.
happening, brother?
Don't think we forgot about you.
No, they can hear this one. This one was clean.
Yeah,
I want to
they won't
thank.
understand.
Profanity.
Okay, I'm doing my thing. Okay, I want to thank Tony, Jason. I want to thank my sister. I especially want to thank Rui Carvello for calling in tonight. I very much appreciate everything that all my family did to make this show possible. I want to thank all the comments, all the recordings, everything. I especially want to thank each and every one of you for listening, and hope you tune in next week. I want to wish you all a good night, and I want to dedicate once again to my father, Eusebio Morgado. I will always love you forever. My name is Del Morgado. You've been listening to The Del Morgado Show right here on Reality Radio 101.